Good day everyone! Welcome to my channel. Tunghayan po natin ang ating bagong kwento tungkol sa isang binatang mayaman at tagapagmana na nakukuha ang gusto ng lahat ng mamahaling sasakyan pati na babae. Pero paano kung biglang lumitaw ang isang babae na nagsabing buntis at siyang ama? Pero wala siyang maalalang nangyari sa kanilang dalawa. Tatanggapin kaya yung pinagbubuntis ito o aalokin niya ng pera para manahimik to? Yan po ang ating aabangan sa ating kwento. Bro, it's so good to see you again! Lawrence Acero screamed over the glaring lights and loud music of the club. Nakaupo sila ngayon sa VIP table na reserved para sa intimate birthday celebration and welcoming party ni Gael Alegre, his childhood best friend and confidant. Gael smiled at him at inabutan siya ng isang bote. Bakit late ka na? Ngayon ka lang dumating? Lawrence just shrugged. Had to drive home a friend, Archie Blanco, also known as Art, now sitting on the right side of Gael, chimed in. Who? Nothing important. Let's celebrate now that I'm here. So, sinong target mo ngayon, Gael? And he looked around to spot some nice chicks. Mas maganda ba mga babae sa US? Gael just shrugged. Same. Natawa naman si Archie nito. Same. Baka naman kasi natikman mo ng halos lahat ng mga babae doon at nagsawa ka na. That's not hard to believe. Lawrence said and sat down across them, grabbing the bottle in hand. How was the last 2 years of hooking up in the US? Gael just laughed. Bro, nag-aral naman ako dun kahit paano. What do you think of me, a man whore? Archie readily answered. Gael just playfully punched his friend at pagkatapos tumawag ng waitress para kumuha pa ng isang bote ng tequila. We will get drunk tonight. I just came back and I want to loosen up before my dad ties me down. Sabay nagtawanan sina Archie at Lawrence. The great Gerald Alegre. Archie mockingly said, Takot na takot ka talaga sa tatay mo. Man, my dad is perfect. How can I live up to that? Umiling na lang si Lawrence. Pero diba, stepsister niya dati ang mama mo nung naging sila? So I guess it's not that perfect after all. Umiling na lamang si Gael. My dad grew our businesses tremendously and all while raising a good family. I have a feeling may gusto na silang ipakasal sa akin sometime soon. Yeah, my sister, Archie said. I heard my dad talking to your dad, Valerie. Gulat na tanong ni Gael. Valerie is the darling daughter of the Blancos, beautiful and well-educated, just like her mother, Sarita. She has taken a liking into social work. Ito ang katulong ng mami nito ngayon sa pag-manage ng mga foundations. Natigilan bigla si Lawrence sa sinabing yun ni Archie. What? Nagdilim biglang ang mukha nito. Archie just shrugged. I just heard him. Can't confirm yet, but who am I to judge? My best friend will be my brother-in-law. Gael just shook his head. Our fathers are crazy. It was already 2 a.m. na napagdesisyon na nilang umuwi na. They were all drunk, but Gael insisted on driving alone kaya iniwanan siya ng mga kaibigan. He was walking towards the parking lot na madilim na dahil wala ng halos ilaw at mga kotseng nakaparada doon. He was searching for his sports car na may nakita isang babaeng nakatayo doon. Mukhang galit na galit sa kausap sa telepono. Hindi ba pwede kahit 1 month advance lang? Pang-tuition ko lang po talaga eh. Finals na kasi namin bukas. Gael heard the woman said on the phone. He looked at her back. Nakasuot ng puting shirt at black na pencil skirt. She looks like a waitress from somewhere, but what caught his attention was her figure. She had that model figure, just the right curves with the long legs that it always falls for. Narinig ni Gael kung paano pinagbagsakan ito ng kausap ng ito. The woman grunted in annoyance with turn around. She was a breath of fresh air, long lashes lining those dark eyes, long wavy hair flowing down a fair-skinned body. Nagulat to na makita siyang nakatitig sa kanya. Sino ka? Anong tinitingin-tingin mo? Singhal ng babae sa kanya. Gael just laughed. At ang babaeng ito pa talagang may ganang singhalan siya? Let me see. I think this is not the proper way to greet me, love, because I can just change like that. Anong ibig mong sabihin? The woman looked around checking a way to run kung sakali may gawing masama sa kanyang lalaking to. You need money, right? Dahan-dahan siyang lumapit sa babae. It's like her eyes were calling out to him. And those luscious lips, how he badly wanted to kiss them. Huwag kang lalapit. Banta ng babae, tinaas na ang dalawang kamay sa harapan nito. What's your name? Talong niya. Gael was too intoxicated with her smell nang hustong makalapit na sa babae. Was he that drunk that he can smell her that much? And damn, she smelled so good na halos gusto niya nang hilahin to para mahalikan. The woman started running to try to escape pero mabilis nang nahabol ni Gael at tinawakan sa magkabilang braso. Sir, please. Pagmamakaawa ng babae. There was now fear in her eyes. Walang tao sa paligid at napakadilim na rin. Bakawalan niyo po ako. Hindi ako magsusumbong. Jeez, woman. I'm just trying to be friends. Lasing ka. Singhal mo rin ito sa kanya. Let me go. Gael did not know if it was 20 shots of tequila that did it, or just her perfume, but he lowered his head to kiss and silence her. It was a gentle kiss, but she managed to break free from his grasp and run again. This time he caught her again and wrapped his arms around her waist. This fleeing creature was new to him. Women always like him. Gwapo siya't mayaman. Yun ang gusto ng mga babae. Right, his money. 100,000 pesos. One night. Nakita ni Gael kung paano nanlaki ang mga mata ng babae, but she did not dare move. Narinig ko kaninang kailangan mo ng pera for your tuition fee. I can give you that and so much more. Just come with me tonight. And he started teasing her neck this time. Hindi ako call girl, okay? Pagtutol ng babae. I know you're not. Sa tingin mo lalapitan kita kung alam kong call girl ka? Then why are you offering money? Gael just shrugged. I thought you might need it, and I need an escape before. Become the perfect son of Gerald Alegre again. Nagulat ang babae sa sinabi nito. Finally, recognition, he said. Isa kang Alegre? Gulat na tanong nito. Everyone knows that Alegre family, one of the richest families in the country. Yes, so come on. We'll have fun. I promise and I won't leave you empty-handed. Just agree with me and I can change your life easily. Alondra! Sigaw ng isang matandang babae nang mamataan siyang papasok ng maliit na apartment na yon. Ano? Nakapag-impahe ka na ba ng mga gamit mo? Abay kung hindi ka pa rin magbabayad, lumayas ka na dito. 3 buwan ka na nga ha? Alondra stared hard at her landlady. Nakatuwali lang to ng katawan at halatang maliligo pa lamang. Hinigpitan ni Alondra ang hawak sa shoulder bag niya at ngumiti. Magbabayad na po ako, Aling Melay. Nakasweldo na ako at kailangan ko lang i-withdraw sa bangko ngayong araw. Diretso po ako ganda ka sa bahay ninyo pagka uwi ko mamaya para ho iabot ang bayad. Gulat na gulat ang matandang Ale sa tinura ni Alondra. Aba at sa wakas. Ano? Sinong lalaking naloko mo? Nawala ang ngiti sa mga labi ni Alondra. Aminin mo na. Umuo ka na doon kay Josie na gusto kang ipasok sa club, no? Natigilan si Alondra at di makasagot sa binibintang ng matandang babae ngayon sa kanya. Huwag kang mag-alala. Hindi ko naman ipagsasabi sa mga kapitbahay kung gano'n na nga ang trabaho mo. Hindi ho. Pagtutol ni Alondra. Ano? San ka naman nagnako ng 15,000 pambayad mo sa upa mo ng 3 buwan? Mataray na tanong ito sabay taas pa ng kilay. Naka-advance po ako sa trabaho. Sige po, mauna na ako. Dadaan po ako sa bahay ninyo mamaya. Yun lamang at dalidaling pumasok si Alondra sa apartment at nagsarado ng pinto. Napaupo siya bigla habang nakasandal sa pinto at dalidaling kinalka ng loob ng lumang bag. And there it was. Folded in her wallet was a check payment by the handsome, rich man na kasama niya buong gabi. 100,000 pesos. Pagbasa ni Alondra sa cheque, and drops of tears suddenly fell on the paper. Fresh tears. Hindi siya makapaniwalang naggawa niya na nagdaang gabing yon. She said yes and sold herself to a drunk rich man outside a bar. Hindi niya alam kung ano nangyari sa utak niya ng gabing yon. All she knew that was she needed money desperately. Desperately. That is the right word. Palalayasin na siya sa apartment na tinitirahan niya ngayon at hindi siya makakatapos sa semestreng ito dahil hindi siya makabayad ng tuition niya. Ayaw niyang umuwing talunan pagbalik sa probinsya dahil pinaglaban niya sa mga magulang niya na makakapagtapos siya sa Maynila sa kursong gusto niya. And she pursued accountancy in the leading Philippine University. Walang pera ang mga magulang ni Alondra kung kaya't sarili niyang kadat sika para makapagtapos. But she also remembered the kisses of that man. It was gentle and filled with so much longing, and her heart started racing wildly again. Nandiri siyang lalo sa sarili. How can she be attracted to a man that treated her like a cheap woman? Kaya hindi niya na hinintay pang magising ito. She left the man as soon as she woke up at dinala ang checking binigay nito sa kanya ng gabing yon. Ganun naman siguro talaga kapag desperada ka para sa pangarap. You will do anything just to prove to the world na kaya mong abutin yon. Come home right at this instant. Sigaw ng ama ni Gael over the phone. He just woke up in a hotel room at hindi maalala kung ano nangyari at kung paano siya nakarating doon kagabi. Nagising na lang si Gael na tumutulog ang telepono niya sa tabi ng kama. You just got back from the US. Puro paglalasing na naman ang inaatupag mo? Akala ko ba nagtino ka na? Patuloy pa rin ang sermon ng ama niya. Dad? Putol ni Gael sa kung anumang sinasabi nito na hindi niya naiintindihan. I am going home. Just calm down. Naginuman ng kami ni Archie at Lawrence kagabi. I'm fine. Well, I called their houses at wala ka raw doon. Umalis daw kayo ng sabay-sabay kahapon, so tell me, where are you again? I don't know, but I'll be home in a bit. Siguraduhin mo, Gael. Hindi kita pinabalik ng Pilipinas para lang magpasarap ulit. You are here to learn how to be responsible once and for all. At anniversary namin ngayon ng mama mo. Baka nakakalimutan mo. Magkakaroon tayo ng dinner mamaya kasama ng mga Blanco at Acero. Be on your best behavior because Valerie will be here tonight. Gael just smirked. Valerie is like a sister to her. Hindi niya alam kung bakit ipinipilit sa kanyang kababata niyang iyon. Dad, are you really sure about that? About what? I don't see Valerie in that way. Why? Dahil sanay ka lang na puro mga wild na babaeng nakakasalamuha? Fine, Dad. I'll be home. Okay? Siguraduhin mo lang, Gael. In an hour, I should see your face in here. Hindi tinapos pa ni Gael ang kung anumang pinagsasabi ng ama niya. He is a grown man now. He is fucking 25 at may master's degree na siya from US. Bakit ba parang bata pa rin ang trato nito sa kanya? Dali-dali siyang bumangon mula sa kama. Pilit inaalala mga nangyari kagabi to no avail. He tried to look for clues or signs around him but it was just his phone, wallet and his checkbook on the nightstand. That's odd. Bakit binaba niyang checkbook from his car? Pero wala siyang oras para analisahin ang mga nangyari kagabi. He probably used it to pay for the hotel. He checked his wallet and all his cards were there. Walang nawawala sa kanya. Probably he just crashed in this hotel as his usual autopilot before kagaya nung nasa US siya. So he just shrugged and wore his shoes again to leave the hotel room. He has to be Gerald Alegre, responsible and honorable son now. Bakit hinahanap ka sa amin ni Tito kagabi? Where did you go? Takang-takang tanong ni Archie kay Gael. They were now seated beside the pool area at kasalukuyang nagaganap ang mini party para sa anniversary ng magulang ni Gael. It was just close family friends which were the Arceros, Blancos, and some of the board members of Alegre Holdings Inc. I don't remember, but I woke up in a hotel. He sipped from his wine glass. Hotel? With someone? Takang-takang tanong ni Lawrence. Umiling si Gael. I didn't see anyone with me when I woke up so I guess my drunk self just decided to check in a hotel. Kahit tasing ka, takot kang umuwi sa tatay mo. Kantsaw sa kanya ni Archie. Gael just shrugged. Here he was, back in the Philippines at kasalukuyang nasa bahay nila ang lahat ng mga board members ng kumpanya nila. He knew they were all examining and scrutinizing him, checking out if he is actually worthy to be Gerald's heir. He has always felt this massive responsibility on his shoulder to please a lot of people. Valerie? Lawrence greeted the woman that just arrived, joining them at the table. Hi, guys. Gael looked at the woman. She was a sophisticated beauty, probably because just like him, she grew up in an affluent family. Gael stood to pull up a chair for her. Hey, how are you? Kanting bati ni Gael dito. I'm good. Trying to keep myself busy. I'm inviting you all to a charity auction ball next month. I need to raise money for some ethnic tribes in Mindanao. Masayang lahat nito. Wow, that's great. Gael answered. We'll be there, thank you. How was US? May jet lag ka pa ba? She asked. Umiling si Gael. Jet lag? None. Hangover, yes. Huwag kang sumasama palagi sa dalawang to. Wala sila magandang idudulot sa buhay mo. Biro ni Valerie. Archie just rolled his eyes. Whatever. How are you? Any boyfriends? Tanong ni Gael. Natigilan si Valerie. And Gael noticed how she quickly glanced at the direction of his friend Lawrence. Pero mabilis lamang yun. Almost unnoticeable for the likes of Archie na nakatingin sa ibang mga bisita doon. Wala naman. Valerie answered and smiled. I heard our dads are fixing us up. Do you know? Diretsang tanong ni Gael. But there was no hint of surprise in Valerie's face. So she knows. Pero nang tinignan ni Gael ang kaibigan si Lawrence, hindi may pintang itsura nito. And Gael is enjoying the secret game. I heard. Valerie answered and smiled. But we're already friends anyway. What is there to lose, right? Nakangiting sagot ni Gael. I'll just get some drinks and leave you alone. Mukha kasing papatay na siya ni Lawrence anytime soon. Gael was walking towards the bar area kung saan may bartender rented for the event. He asked for another glass of whiskey and looked around him. This is how his world now. These are all the people he has to win respect of. It all seems so overwhelming for him kaya dali-dali siyang pumasok na mansyon nila and he hid himself in the piano room. Parang nahirapan siyang huminga just thinking about the looming responsibility ahead of him. Gael? Gulat na tanong ng babaeng nasa harapan niya ngayon na nakatayo sa tabi ng piano. The woman was unfamiliar to him, but she was probably one of the most beautiful women he is in his life. She had eyes that looked deep into a man's soul and hair that flows in waves beyond her shoulders. Anong ginagawa mo rito? Gulat na tanong ng babae sa kanya. The woman had fresh tears in his eyes at parang bagong iyak to. This is my house. Who are you? He asked back. Who is this woman to ask him kung bakit andun siya when she is obviously the stranger? He looked her up and down and he figured na isa siya sa mga waitress para sa catering sa party na yon. She was taken aback by his question. You will just stand there? Takang-takang tanong ni Gael sa babae. I just asked you a question. Who are you? Sorry po. And the woman just quickly ran past him, obviously trying to escape. But before she could exit the door, mabilis tong nahila ni Gael. He grabbed her by her right arm at dahil doon nawala ng balanse ang babae. Matutumba sana but he quickly caught her and they fell on the floor with both him catching her elbow. He groaned in pain. Sorry po, she said, attempting to sit up, but his arms around her stopped her. Where are you going? Didn't I just ask you a question? He was holding her now on both sides of her waist. Why does she feel so familiar? It's odd. Sorry po. Takot na paumanhin ito at pilit na lang tumayo, kumawala sa pagkakahawak niya. Stop moving. He ordered and tried to sit up at pagkatapos, inalalay niya ang babaeng makatayo. When they were now standing up, he asked her again, What's your name at anong ginagawa mo dito? Balak ba magnako dito sa loob ng bahay, ha? Hindi po, hindi. Mabilis na iling niya. Then why are you here inside? The buffet table and guests are all outside. Nagpapahinga lang po. Dahil ng babae sa harapan niya. Pinakatitigan ni Gael ng mabuti. What's your name? Alondra po. Alondra? Gael asked. Her name sounded familiar but who knows? He might have stepped with about a dozen Alondras in this world. Tumango lamang ang babae. Go back outside and work. Hindi ka binabayaran para tumanga nga dito sa loob. Maring utos ni Gael before letting her go. And close the door after. Tumango ng mabilis si Alondra at dali-daling lakad papunta sa pinto. By the way, have we met before? Pahaba na tanong ni Gael sa dalaga. Alondra was dumbfounded. After 3 months. Congratulations, Gael! Masayang bati ni Gerald sa anak while in front of the other board members. They were having a meeting this morning at nag-pitch si Gael ng isang proyekto to increase energy efficiency for their manufacturing sites in the country and everyone applauded his work. We expect the project to commence soon. Thanks, sir. Masayang sagot ni Gael. Isinarado ng laptop na nakaproject ang screen kani-kanina lamang. I am expecting to have the cost estimate on my table this afternoon and I'll have it signed and approved, Gerald said and smiled. Good job. Gael breathed heavily and smiled back at his father. It's been months of him trying to prove himself and finally, he was able to pull off this project and please his father. The rest of the board members clapped their hands for him and congratulated him before he exited the boardroom. He went straight to his office and jumped up and down with joy. At tinawagan agad ng kaibigan si Archie, an engineer and business graduate na isa ito sa mga nakatulong sa project niya. Approved, bro? Sigaw ni Gael sa telepono. Congrats, pare! Archie said on the other line. So ano, makakatulog ka na ba ng mahimbing ngayon? Finally, may approval ka na ng tatay mo. Biro nito. Everything I've ever wanted. He will assign me as the CEO effective next month kapag maayos ko na simulan ng project sa planta. Wow, that was quick. Masyado na ito siguro na impress dito sa'yo. Yes, I've tried being perfect for the past months and I guess I'm just naturally good at it. Pretending? Oo nga. Birong muli ni Archie at humalakak. Gago. Just make sure na hindi ka mababurnout, Gael. I won't. I just called para makapag-celebrate at unwind tayo bukas. Tatawagan ko lang din si Lawrence. It is the weekend tomorrow and I want to go sailing. Good luck calling him. Medyo bad mood siya isa rin ang kausap ko. I think some woman pissed him off. Gael just smirked. Hindi niya alam kung bakit sobrang manhid ni Archie at hindi nito nahalata na may nangyayari kay Lawrence at saka pati ditong si Valerie, who was supposedly his fiancé. Pero wala pa rin namang official announcement. Isa pa, he only see Valerie as a good friend. If his friend Lauren wants her, he won't stand in their way. Pero mahirap na maging kalaban ng mga magulang nila. I will call him anyway. See you tomorrow. Paalam ni Gael before ending the call. He breathed deeply and smiled. Everything is falling into plan. His dad is totally trusting him with the company at kailangan ni Gael magpagarsige para makuha ang buo ng loob nito. Just then, he heard 3 knocks on the door before his assistant came in. Yes? Tanong ni Gael sa assistant niya na pumasok na mabilis. Sir, may babae sa labas. Sinahanap kayo. I checked her schedule pero wala naman kayo mga remaining meetings today kaya nagtaka ako. Pero pinipilit niya ako na kailangan ka raw niyang makausap. Name? Alondra Gonzalez daw, sir. Inaaway niya na ako na idedemanda daw ako kapag hindi ko siya pinapasok sa opisina ninyo. Gugusto niya daw siyang makausap. Hindi na Gael maalala kung kilala niya ito. But then he's been with thousands of women. Ano bang malay niya? Fine, bring her in. Salamat, sir. At tumabas na ito ng opisina niya. Gael stood up and faced his glass wall, overlooking the Makati skyline. He is done for the day kaya plano niyang umalis na ng opisina ng maaga. He will just listen to what this woman has to say at pagkatapos na daan ng supermarket to get some supplies for sailing tomorrow. Sir, this is Miss Alondra. Anunsyo ng assistant pero nakatarikod siya at narinig na lang ang pinto niya nagsarado nang lumabas ang assistant niya. When Gael faced the woman, he was shocked to see a familiar face. Hello. The woman awkwardly greeted him. She was just wearing a white shirt dress and white sandals. Isang maliit na rattan bag na nakasukbit sa balikat ito ngayon. Hi, you're the waitress from months ago, right? The one of my parents' anniversary? Tumango-tango ang babae. I'm Alondra. Hindi ako sigurado kung naalala mo pa ako. I won't forget the beautiful face. You were there at my parents' anniversary celebration. What brings you here then? May atraso ka ba sa akin? He approached her to look at her face closer. Her eyes are really something. Parang sa manika sa haba ng eyelashes ng babae. He was drawn to her, he will admit. Pwede niya kayang iuwi ang babaeng to sa condo niya tonight? He is in a celebratory mood anyway. Ikaw ang may atraso sa akin. Saan nito? Her face looks dead serious. He was taken aback at her animosity. What do you mean, miss? I'm pregnant with your child. Diretsang sagot ni Alondra dito. Gael was dumbfounded at hindi ito makapagsalita. He was very much shocked at what she has just said, but he tried to mask it with a little laugh. Niloloko mo ba ako, Miss Alondra? Umiling si Alondra at di makatingin diretso sa kanya ngayon. Hindi ko alam ang gagawin, Gael, pero sigurado ko nabuntis ako, and you are the father of this child. Miss, I haven't seen you in 3 months. Isa pa, we only saw each other in my parents' party. Nothing happened when you just left all of a sudden matapos mo akong hindi pinansin. We slept together the night before that party. Sagot ni Alondra. Hindi mo ba ako naalala? You approached me sa labas ng isang bar. The night before. Pilit inalala ni Gael ang mga pangyayari the day before his parents' anniversary. He just got back to the Philippines kaya paano makakagawa siya ng ganito noon? Then he remembered having drinks with Archie and Lawrence at a bar and waking up in the hotel alone. The hotel room? I woke up alone in the hotel room. Tumango si Alondra. Yup, it was that night. Umalis ako kaagad dahil, well, I couldn't bring myself to face you again pagkagising ko noon. I took your money at di ko kayang harapin ka ulit. You took my money? What do you mean? Gulong-gulo na talaga si Gael. Hindi pa rin nagsisingkin sa isip niya ang pinagsasabi ng babaeng to sa harapan niya. You offered money in exchange for me coming with you. She barely squeaked it out sa hiya. She couldn't even meet his eyes as she said it. Are you a prostitute? Hindi makapaniwalang tanong ni Gael. No! Mabilis na sagot ni Alondra. He stared at her from head to toe. She looks like a model with her long, slender legs. She doesn't look like a call girl at all. Narinig mo ako na nahihingi ng pera sa boss ko over the phone dahil kailangan ko ng pantuition. I was at the lowest point in my life. Palalayasin na rin ako noon sa tinitirhan ko and you offered me money. It was like reciting a story that has gone in her head multiple times, but saying it out loud still gives her that immense shame for herself. 100,000 for one night, Gael. He turned around and faced the glass wall again. Para si Gael mawawalan ng hininga sa mga sinabi ng babaeng to. It cannot be, miss. It's been 3 months. What do I know about you? You could have been with other men. There were only you. Paano ko makakasiguro? This is insane. I don't even remember that night kaya wala kang ebidensya. I have a photo of the check that you gave me that night with the date and I encased it the day after. Pwede mong i-trackin sa bangko para mapatunayan mo na hindi ako nagsisinungaling. Umiling pa rin si Gael. Fine. Let's say I gave you some money. Pero hindi mapapatunayan na nasa akin ang batang dinadala mo. What if you're just out there to get money from me? He saw how her face registered hurt and shame. Hindi nakapagsalita si Alondra sa sinabi niyang iyon. I should have not gotten here. Gusto ko lang sanang ipaalam sa'yo dahil hindi ko talaga alam ang gagawin ko, but if this is how you'll treat me and this baby, then fine. I can do this by myself. He saw how there was some hint of tears in her eyes, pero pinigilan nitong umago sa mga iyon. Alondra turned around and was about to go out of his office nang hilahin siya ng binata. Wag mo akong kinokonsensya. I don't even remember having made love with you at all. Hindi ko alam kung maniniwala ba ako sa mga sinasabi mo. But fine, let's say you're telling the truth. Are you willing to take a DNA test first to check if I'm really the father? Hindi ako maniniwala hanggat walang patunay. Alondra just breathed deeply at walang emosyong tinitigan siya. I thought you were different. But yes, I'm willing to take a DNA test. Fine. Okay then, I will set an appointment on this one. Ipapatawag na lang kita kapag meron na. Maghintay ka sa tawag ko. Iwan mo ang contact number mo sa assistant ko. Sunod-sunod na utos pa ni Gael. Alondra just nodded emotionlessly. And don't you dare tell this to anyone. Walang pwedeng makaalam tungkol dito. And I'm not yet the father of the child unless I say so. Do you understand? Maring wika ni Gael. This can't be. Just when he thought everything is falling into place, biglang masisirang lahat dahil lang sa babaeng to. His dad would kill him kapag nalaman nitong nakabuntis siya ng isang babaeng hindi niya naman kilala, whom he even paid for make love. He saw the woman nodding in agreement to him, but her eyes were watery and her mouth was quivering. Hindi niya alam kung maaawa sa babae, pero paano kung nagpapaawa lamang to? She accepted money from him once. Pwede namang nandun lamang ito para makakuha pang muli ng pera sa kanya. This is insane, he muttered to himself. Aalis na ako. Hintayin ko na lang ang tawag mo, Alondra said and turned around to leave. Pero hindi na siya ng binata. Ihahatid na kita. I want to make sure you're okay and the baby as well. Kailangan ko ring masigurong wala kang ibang pagsasabihan ng kalagayan mo, he said, and quickly went back to his swivel chair to get his coat na nakasampay sa likod nun. Tara! Alondra was having a hard time breathing. Sobrang bilis ang tibok ng puso niya habang papalapit na sila sa maliit na apartment niya. She glanced at Elle's face at kitang-kita niyang pandidiri sa lugar kung nasan sila ngayon. It was a small, low-class subdivision kung saan halos dikit-dikit ang mga bahay. Some were already old and dilapidated while others were completely abandoned by owners. This was the same face he wore nang malaman nitong binayaran siya nito ng pera for sex. What could we be thinking now of her? Diyan na ako sa may punang gate, anunsyo ni Alondra sa binata. His sports car was threading carefully sa malit na kalsada ng subdivision na yon. Okay, tipid na sagot ni Gael at tumigil ng tumapat sa apartment niya. He glanced at it at pagkatapos ay sa kanya. Dito ka nakatira? Tubango si Alondra. Salamat, hintayin ko na lang. Is this place even safe? Parang naiiritang tanong ni Gael. Oo, dito na ako nakatira simula pa nung lumipat ako dito sa Maynila galing probinsya. You live alone? Gulat na tanong niya. Yes, bakit? May problema ba? Gael then saw a group of men drinking beside a small sari-sari store malapit sa apartment. Nakatutok ngayon ng atensyon ng mga lasinggero sa kotse niyang maganda na nakapark sa harap ng maliit na apartment ni Alondra. I just don't think you're safe in here. I mean, the baby as well. He looked so pissed off at the thought of her living in this place. I'll be fine. I've lived here for years. Salamat sa paghatid. She stepped out of the car at binuksan ang gate ng apartment niya. It was just a small one-bedroom place pero masaya na si Alondra doon. At least hindi siya sa kalsada natutulog. Wait! Sigaw ni Gael na kayo nakababa na rin ng sasakyan. Alondra turned around to look at the man and saw him awkwardly walking towards her. He was wearing a corporate suit at tatatang halata na hindi talaga siya bagay dito. Bakit? Do you need money? May pambili ka ba ng pagkain man lang o vitamins? Have you been on a check-up? Sunod-sunod pang tanong ni Gael. Just then, sumigaw bigla sa katabing bahay ang landlady ni Alondra na nakita palang pagbaba niya sa isang magandang kotse. Alondra, aba! Mukha nakabingwit ka na mayamang boyfriend dito ah. Aling Melay! Sabay ni Alondra sa mata ng babae na tingin-tingin ngayon kay Gael. Kaibigan ko lang po siya at bisita. Gael looked at the old landlady na nakaduster lamang, nakabalot sa tawalyang basang buhok. He looks disgusted even more. Welcome sa apartment ko. Ang gara naman ang sasakyan mo. Pansin ni Aling Melay. Thanks, but can I just have some privacy with her? Tanong ni Gael at sumunod kay Alondra palapit sa gate nito. Sige, ngayon lang naman nagdala ng lalaki yan dito eh. Enjoy kayong dalawa. Wika ni Aling Melay bago sila iwan. Who was that crazy woman? Tanong ni Gael kay Alondra. Landlady ko. Siya yung muntik na magpalayo sa akin hindi ako makabayad 3 months ago. Kwento ni Alondra at pinapasok na si Gael sa gate. Ilang hakbang na naman at nasa front door na sila ng apartment niya. She opened the door and the lights at niyayang papasok si Gael. Gael did not even bother sitting down. He looked around the small space kung saan nandoon ang sala, kitchen at dining. Bakit ba chinecheck mo pa itong bahay? I'll give you some money before I leave. Do you want to go with me sa supermarket? We can also drop by a pharmacy. I'm fine. May pagkain naman ako maluluto eh. Wika ni Alondra. You don't have to be so concerned. Isa pa, hindi pa rin ikaw naniniwala sa akin anak mo to, so why bother? Anger quickly crossed his face but it was gone quickly. You're still pregnant nonetheless and you live in an unsafe place. I'll be fine. Kilala ko na halos lahat ng mga taga rito. Tumango-tango lang si Gaan and opened her refrigerator. It was almost empty. Really? May maluluto ka dito? May karinderya sa tapat. Doon ako bumibili ng pagkain kapag tinatamad magluto. Gael shook his head and quickly combed his hair with his fingers, as if thinking of something. Come with me. Magdala ka na ilang mga damit na kailangan mo. What? He grabbed her right arm at tinulak siya sa pinto ng kwarto niya. Quickly! Hindi ako makatagal sa lugar na to. I feel like I will be murdered here anytime. Ang kapal naman ang mukha mo. Hindi lahat ng mga hirap ganyan, no? Walang magnanakaw o mamamatay tao dito. Pigil ni Alondra dito. But Gael was insistent. Fine. You don't want to bring clothes? I'll just easily shove you into the garden. At aktong bubuhatin siya nito na sumigaw siya at umiwas. Are you crazy? This is kidnapping, Gael. Hindi mo ako kailangan alisin dito. But he was persistent. He tried again and this time, mabilis niyang nabuhat si Alondra at naisakay sa mga balikat niya. Ibaba mo ako, sigaw ni Alondra. Shut up! I gave you a choice. He said at dire-diretsang lumabas at nilak ang pinto. Ibaba mo ako, Gael. Ano ba? She screamed again. It brought the attention of her landlady who lives beside her apartment, pati na rin ang mga tambay sa kanto. Lumabas ng gate si Gael at sinarado iyon habang bitbit pa rin sa balikat sa Alondra. Hoy! Saan madadalhin si Alondra, ha? Sigaw ni Aling Melay sa kanya. Don't worry. Wala akong balak na masama sa kanya. She is my girlfriend, okay? Sagot ni Gael sa babae at naglakad sa passenger seat door ng kotse niya para ibaba doon si Alondra. Pagkababa sa babae, he immediately locked the car and climbed to the other side to drive. You are a crazy man! Sigaw ni Alondra sa kanya at pilit na inaalak ang kotse. This has an automatic lock system. Huwag ka nang mag-attempt pang tumakas para sa kabubuti mong ginagawa ko. He pushed the button to start his car and maneuvered out of the small esquinita. Alondra just screamed his frustration inside the car. This man insulted her and manhandled her all in one day. I am not your girlfriend. At saan mo ba ako dadalhin? I have a huge penthouse. You can stay there while we wait for the DNA test. For all we know, the child is mine and I won't allow it to live in a godforsaken place. She breathed heavily and compared herself. Inis na inis sa mga nangyayari, but what can she do? The car is now on high speed in the main road, and she has nothing left to do but to sulk in silence. They arrived in a posh building. Dire-diretso ang kotse ni Gael doon papunta sa basement kung nasa ng parking. All cars lined up were luxury cars. Hindi mo na kailangan dahil dito, Alondra firmly said. You can stay here with me for the meantime. I'll bring you to the doctor myself for a check-up. Magpapaschedule din tayo para sa mga test na kailangan gawin sa'yo. Dire-diretsong wika ni Gael habang nagpa-park. Besides, I have to be sure na walang ibang makakalaman tungkol dito. And I can be sure that you will seal your mouth shut completely if I can't see you. What do you mean? Tanong ni Alondra. He turned off the engine. If you haven't figured out yet, Alondra, I am an alegre. Ipinapamukha mo na naman ba ang pera mo sa akin? Inis at tiritang tanong ng dalaga rito. He just shrugged. Kind of, but more than that, I am supposed to take over my family's hard-earned company. I cannot let anything ruin my image for my dad and my family. Natigilan si Alondra sa sinabi nito. And you think I will ruin your image? How old are you? What do you mean? I'm asking, how old are you? You said nag-aaral ka pa, hindi ba? Alondra could not miss its eyes and nodded. Napahampas sa manibela si Gael in frustration. I can't believe I did something like this. Please tell me you're not a minor or else I will be forced to kill myself first rather than let my dad know about this. How old are you? 19. She managed to squeak out. Damn it! Mahinang mura ni Gael. You're not a minor but you're still so young. I'm 9 years older than you. Do you know that? How can you just say yes to me outside that bar months ago? At di na napigilan pa ni Alondra ang sarili. She felt like he was already insulting her, kaya hindi niya napigilan ang mga kamay na sampalin niya to. I needed money. Hindi ko gagawin yun kung hindi ko kailangan ng pera. And don't blame me for everything. It was your fault, as much as it is mine. Nakahawak lamang sa pisngi niya si Gael. Did you just slap me, woman? Hindi na sumagot pa si Alondra. She just tried to open her door para makalabas. Gael sensed her frustration kaya may pinindot at tabuksan ni Alondra ang pinto. She went out quickly and so did Gael. Mabilis niyang nahila ng binata bago pa siya makalakad papalayo. Let me go! Hila siya sa kanang kamay niya at tangay-tangay ngayon ng binata. No! You are staying with me because you're not capable of making wise decisions by yourself. We're strangers. Hindi mo ako kilala, hindi kita kilala. But what if that baby is mine? Seryosong tanong ni Gael. What if? Niayaw mo nga akuin ang bata kanina tapos ngayon ipipilit mo? They faced an elevator. Pinindot ni Gael ang button sa tabi nito. It opened and it shoved her inside. Consider this charity habang di ko pa alam kung talagang anak ko ang batang yan. I am just a person who wanted to help para sa helpless teenager like you. He spat out the word teenager like it was more than being a prostitute. They arrived in a posh 2-floor unit in white and gray. It screams male and minimalist. All of the furniture inside screamed luxurious, and Alondra was not comfortable with that. I just moved in here 2 months ago. Wika ni Gael and closed the door behind them. Good thing I have 2 bedrooms. You can take my guest room for now. At dire-diretso itong nawala papunta sa isang hallway. She quickly followed him and saw him that she entered the kitchen and dining area. May malaking bar doon separating the kitchen from the modern dining table with mismatched chairs. Nakita ni Alondra naglagay ng alak sa isang baso si Gael. You want wine? Forget it, he said, instantly remembering that she is pregnant. Sit down and we will talk rules. Alondra just looked at him weirdly. What rules? While you live with me, we need to establish some rooms. Alondra just stared at him like he was mad. Do you still have to school now, or break ba ninyo? He asked and took a quick sip of whiskey. She sat on one of the chairs sa malaking dining table. I have school. Alright, fine. I'll drive you to school every morning, but my work ends at 6 p.m., so you'll have no choice but to wait for me. Natigilan si Alondra. Why do I have to wait for you? Marunong ako mag-commute. Walang jeep dito if you haven't noticed yet. Taxi then? Giit ni Alondra. Really? I don't trust taxi drivers. Not the least bit. Besides, when do you plan to take a leave of absence? You're running 3 months. Sooner or later, the baby will show. Natahimik bigla si Alondra. She was now literally worrying for her future. Hindi siya makakagraduate kasabay ng batchmates niya. She has to stop the semester and be behind. Ano? Hindi mo ba naisip yon? Umiling si Alondra. Sinabi ko naman, di ba? Hindi ko ang alam gagawin ko kaya nga lumapit na ako sa'yo. Mahina ang wika ng dalaga. Nalaman ko lang to a week ago when I started having morning sickness. Gulong-gulo ako kaya naisip ko sabihin na lang sa'yo. He just sighed and took a sip of whiskey again. You will stop the semester. Just resume after you've given birth. File your LOA immediately this coming week and just stay here for the meantime. I will have your checkup scheduled and a DNA test by next week. Salamat, she uttered. I will order dinner for us. May gusto ka ba? Tanong ni Gael, fishing his phone from his pocket. Kahit ano na lang. She answered and looked at his stash of alcohol sa bar counter. Bawal to sa'yo. Don't you dare. I won't. Alcohol is the cause of this problem. Kung hindi ka naglasing, walang mangyayaring ganito. Wow, it takes 2 to tango, miss. He said and scrolled through his phone. Just call me Al. That's my nickname. I like Alondra better, he said, still looking at his phone. Fine, ikaw ang bahala. So, yun ang bang rules? That I need to quit this semester? Nag-isip si Gael. You will sleep in the room across mine. It is a smaller room for guests pero may sariling bathroom din yon. I usually have a housekeeper here every Tuesday and Saturday so wag kang magugulat kung may makikita ka ibang tao paminsan-minsan. If may ibang kumatok maliban sa hanat sa housekeeper ko, don't open the door. Walang pwedeng makalam na nandito ka kahit mga kaibigan mo. Okay, sagot ni Alondra. What about my clothes? Hindi mo ako binigyan ng pagkakataon makakuha ng damit. Use mine for the meantime. Saka na tayo bumalik sa squatters area na yon. Ang kapal talaga ng mukha mo. Ulit na sigaw ni Alondra ang binanata sa harapan niya. I ordered steak for dinner. Sana naman marunong kang kumain ng steak. Wika ni Gael at naglakad na palabas ang dining. Babatuhin sana ni Alondra si Gael sa bag niya nang humarap muli ang binata sa kanya. One last thing. Make sure that the baby is mine. I will kill you if you've been lying to me all this time. Pagbabanta ni Gael at tumabas na ng dining hall with his whiskey glass in hand. It was their first morning together in this penthouse. Alondra woke up after a restful sleep. Her room here is pretty cozy and nice. First time makatulog sa ganito kagandang kwarto. Para nakikita lang niya ang ganito kagandang furniture sa Crate and Barrel o kaya sa Pottery Barn. She opened her curtains to see the most amazing morning view. The busy streets below were full of cars and people jogging and walking to work. Isang park ang nakikita ni Alondra ngayon nakatabi ng building nila, and beyond that is the business district. This luxurious life is something she won't ever get used to. She feels awkward in this place. Dali-dali niyang sinaradang muli ang kortina para lumabas ng kwarto. It was still quiet. Malamang tulog pa si Gael, so she took the liberty to cook some breakfast in the kitchen. Puro naman ang fridge nito, so she cooked some bacon and eggs for breakfast at gumawa rin ng pancake. Kailan kaya maging ganito kadami naman ang kusina tref niya? Smells nice. Komento ng isang baritonong boses sa likod ni Alondra. She turned around and saw Gael na bagong gising. Naka-boxer shorts ng tot white shirt. Good morning, bati ni Alondra. Morning, he answered back. Marunong ka pala magluto? Prito lang to, hindi to mahirap. She said and turned back to her bacon. Ang aga-aga ang sungit-sungit mo. Gael commented and got his coffee beans para mag-prepare ng kape niya sa coffee maker. Tinignan lang na masama ni Alondra ang binata. They just met pero napaka-feeling close ang lalaking to. He dragged her out of her apartment, pushed her to stay in his condominium and advised her to stop schooling for a while. In less than 24 hours, nakontrol ka ganito ang buhay niya. Don't look at me like that. You're living under my roof now. She just breathed deeply and looked the other way. Napakayabang pa nito. Kung may pamukha nitong pera nito sa kanya, parang sobrang dukha niya. Well, totoo naman. May trabaho ko mamaya sa resto bar. Baka hapon na ako makabalik. Wika ni Alondra. Tinignan siya na masama ni Gael. Is that the same resto bar we met in the night I was drunk? Tumango ang dalaga. So, you still work here? Mukhang galit to sa pagkakaalam noon. Oo, kailangan ko pa rin naman ng pera. Hindi ako gaya mo na lumalangoy sa pera araw-araw. Babayaran kita ng pera kapag napatunayan kong anak ko nga ang dinadala mo. You can't quit your job for good. Baka kung sino pa mag-offer ng pera sa'yo na natanggapin mo. She shot him a glare. That was below the belt already. Ano bang problema mo sa trabaho ko? I am not a prostitute. He just glared back at her. I can't quit my job. Ito na lang din ang source of income ko ngayon. Mawawalan ako ng perang ipapadala sa mga magulang ko kung mag-quit pa ako rito. You are supporting your parents? Manghang tanong ni Gael. Tumango si Alondra. Hindi ako galing sa mayamang pamilya kagaya mo. Fine. Babayaran kita enough to support your parents. You don't need to work after the DNA results are out. Ulit muli ni Gael bilang pagkumbinsi sa kanya. Well, he actually makes sense. Her tummy is starting to show at nahirapan na rin siyang magagalaw recently. Even her morning sickness is becoming a hassle as well. Pero magiging fully dependent siya sa lalaking to kung tatanggapin niya ang perang inaalok nito. Think about my offer. I am being kind here at isa pa. Consider it payment for keeping quiet about all this. Hindi to pwedeng malaman ng media o ng kahit na sino, understood? He got a mug to drink his coffee at umupo sa bar area. Nagsimulang maghain ng plates at utensils si Alondra sa bar. Bakit ba takot na takot ka? Isn't it obvious? Am I my father's only heir? Hindi pwedeng malaman niya that I got a random girl pregnant and I have a fiancé. Walang kaano-ano'y anunsyo ni Gael. Natigilan si Alondra sa sinabi ng lalaki. May fiancé ito. She hasn't even thought of that. Basta na lamang siya nagdesisyon na magpakilala dito at sabihing buntis siya. Hindi alam ni Alondra kung bakit nanghina siya sa kaalaman na hindi maaaring maging sila kahit kailan. Pinalis niyang kanumang iniisip and just smiled. Huwag kang mag-alala, Gael. You can buy my silence. As long as I'm well compensated, makatapos ako ng pag-aaral ko. Pagkatapos, hindi naman ako manggugulo. Good, he said and checked out the bacon and egg with pancakes na nilapag niya sa harapan nito. But before they could start to eat, may nag-doorbell bigla sa main door. Nagulat si Gael. He stood up and checked the clock on the wall. Who could be knocking at my doors this early? 7:00 pa lang at Sabado ngayon. Wala siyang meeting dapat. Gael quickly picked on his front door and saw his friend Archie outside. Shit! Mura nito't nilingon ng kusina kung saan naroon si Alondra. His friend cannot meet her. He opened the door at sumilip lamang sa labas. Archie's face was annoyed already. Ang tagal mong sumagot. Tulog ka pa rin ba? Why are you here? Takang-takang tanong ni Gael sa kaibigan. Archie grew confused. You said we were going sailing today. Tinawagan mo ako kahapon, diba? Itinulak ni Archie ang pinto para makapasok siya ng kondo ni Gael. Gael was surprised kung kaya't napaurong to. Archie entered his living area and sat on one of the couches there. Lawrence is on the way as well. Anunsyo ni Archie. Nagulat lalo si Gael sa narinig. Right. He called his friends to celebrate her project's presentation success kahapon. Nakalimutan niya magpa-cancel sa mga to. Kabang-kaba siyang tumingin sa entrance ng kitchen. Alondra cannot go out of there. Makikita siya ng mga kaibigan niya. Are you okay, bro? Archie asked, fishing for his phone. Namumutla ka. Okay lang ako. Wait here, I'll just get something. Gael was about to go to the kitchen and lumabas mula doon si Alondra. Archie immediately smiled upon seeing a woman in his place. Wow! Di mo naman sinabi may isasama kang kaibigan while we sail today, Gael? Nakakalokong wika ni Archie. Gael shook his head. No, that's not it. Then what? Tanong ni Archie at pinilingan ng dalagang nasa harapan niya ngayon. What's your name, miss? Alondra was dumbfounded. Sisilip lang sana siya kung bakit ang tagal bago bumalik si Gael sa kusina na makitang nakaupo sa couch ito ngayon, ang isa sa mga kaibigan nito. She is just a friend. Pakilala pa ni Gael. Archie, meet Alondra. Alondra, this is my friend Archie. A friend? Tanong ni Archie and stood up to walk to her. Hi. She managed to squeak out. Alondra was just wearing an oversized shirt and Gael's boxers dahil naiwan niya ang damit niya sa bahay. And Archie noticed that. He was looking at her from head to toe. Yeah, right. Sarkasikong sagot nito. A friend. Ngiti-ngiti ngayon si Archie habang tinititigan si Alondra. Napahawak na lang sa sentido si Gael. I should be mad at you for cheating at my sister behind her back. Pero hindi pa naman official ang engagement ninyo, so it's your life, bro. Pero once na-announce sa mga magulang natin ang engagement ninyo, please get your life straight once and for all. He advised with a hint of seriousness. Gael just breathed deeply at umiling. I am not cheating on her, okay? Alondra's just a good friend and she has to stay with me for a while. Archie laughed. Bakit pa parang takot na takot ka? It's not as if I'm your father. Do your thing, bro. If you want a bed warmer for the meantime, just go. Anyway, nasa na ba si Lawrence? Tiningnan ng masama ni Alondra si Gael, waiting for him to clarify that she's not his bed warmer, that she is the mother of his unborn child. But Gael remained quiet, so Alondra did what she thought was right. I'm not his bed warmer. Gael shot her a glare. Mukhang papatayin siya ng binata kapag tinuloy niyang sasabihin niya tungkol sa totoong dahilan kung bakit siya nandoon. It's fine, Alondra. If you are not his bed warmer, wanna be mine? Malanding tanong ni Archie sa kanya. Gael stood in between them at sinanggahan niya kay Archie. Let's postpone. No! Mariing tanggay ni Archie. I badly want to go sail today. Sumama ka sa amin, Alondra. You will love it. The view of the ocean is calming to the soul. Gael just shrugged and walked back to the kitchen to get some drinks. He is so screwed. Lawrence also just arrived in Gael's condo. He was just in a plain blue shirt and white shorts. Halatang handang-handa nitong mag-sail. Gael opened the door for his friend. Hey! He greeted. And Lawrence casually strolled inside. Nakita agad na naroon sina Archie at Alondra. Gael immediately introduced everyone dahil nakita niya kagad ang pagkurot ng noo ni Lawrence. This is my friend Alondra. Friend? Tanong ni Lawrence, looking at her from head to toe in just a pair of boxers and white shirt. That was my same question. Naiiling na wika ni Archie. Hi, I'm Alondra. She greeted shyly and waved at him. Nandiliit si Alondra sa tabi ng mga kaibigan ni Gael. They all look like they come from very affluent families with the way they dress and talk. Lawrence just stared hard at Gael. You have a girlfriend we don't know about? No, it's not like that. It's complicated. Pigil ni Gael sa iniisip nito. Then what? Lawrence probed again. Dito ka ba natulog kagabi, miss? Alondra looked at Gael and did not answer. Bakit ba siya naiipit sa gitna ng mga kaibigan nito ngayon? So Gael answered for her. Yeah, she stepped here. Don't you have a fiancé to worry about? Seryosong tanong ni Lawrence. Does Valerie even know about this? Madilim ang tanong nito. It's not an official engagement yet, sagot ni Gael. Besides, I know ikaw ang unang tututol once Valerie and I make it official. Lawrence just stared hard at him while Archie remains obvious with what Gael was talking about. All I'm saying is, wag mong lokohin si Valerie. If you are fooling around with someone else, make sure she is aware of who you really are. And you, miss, he is engaged to my friend. You can now leave dahil hindi tamang ginagawa mo. Shut up, Lawrence. Pigil ni Gael. You both should leave. You have no right to talk to her like that. Hinila ni Gael si Alondra papunta sa likuran niya. I can perfectly sail without both of you today. Archie intervened between them. Bro, chill. It's not the end of the world. Valerie and Gael are still not officially engaged. Ipapahiya mo si Valerie sa ginagawa mo. Pigil mo rin ni Lawrence. It was now obvious that he was against every bit of this idea. I am going sailing, so leave. You too. Sigaw ni Gael. Pagsisisihan mo to, makakarinig to sa papa mo. Pagbabanta ni Lawrence before turning his back. And before Alondra's eyes, she saw how Gael quickly moved to pull back Lawrence and slam him into the wall. What did you say? Galit na wika ni Gael sa kaibigan. Bro! Sigaw ni Archie. Can you just both chill? Magitan na to sa dalawa. You are still the same scaredy cat, I know. Wikang mali ni Lawrence. So are you really throwing away everything you've worked hard for the past 3 months for this girl? And what about Valerie? She's all yours kung yun ang gusto mong marinig. Just don't blackmail me with my own father. Gael spat on his face before letting him go. Now leave. It was a whole day of silence. Umalis at naiwan lang mag-isa sa penthouse na yan si Alondra. Hindi niya alam kung saan nagpalipas ng buong araw si Gael. He looked pissed off nang umalis daw basta kaninang umaga matapos dumating ng mga kaibigan nito. Well, sino ba siya para mag-alala dito? She's not his girlfriend. Tama naman ang sinabi ng mga kaibigan nito kanina. He has a fiancé so she has no place in this house and in his life. All she needs from him is financial support dahil hindi niya kayang buhay ng baby nila na mag-isa. Ayaw niya ng gulo. Lalong ayaw niya makaaway ng sino mang Valerie na pinag-uusapan ng mga ito. It was already 9 p.m. nang mabukas ang front door, revealing a drunk Gael. Gising ka pa? Iritang tanong ni Gael as he walked past the living area to the stairs. Iniintay kasi kita eh. San ka nang galing? Gabi na. Kanina ka pa umalis. Dali-dali ni Alondra ang inalalayan to pataas ng hagdan. Pero tinulak lang siya nito palayo. I don't need your help. At dire-diretso ito pataas. At hindi ko kailangan hintayin mo ako. You're not my girlfriend even. Alondra was taken aback by his hostility. Bakit galit na rin to sa kanya ngayon? He missed a step at natakid ng konti si Alondra. So, she quickly came to his aid. He just looked at her quietly and whispered, You're going to ruin my life. and then his eyes descended down to her lips. You tricked me for my money, right? I am such a fool. Tell me the baby's not mine. She kept her mouth shut and refused to answer. Inisip na lang niya na baka lasing na lasing talaga to at di nito alam ang sinasabi. She tucked him into bed and unbuttoned his shirt para makatulog ng maayos. And true enough, lasing na lasing nga to kaya mabilis nang pumikit pahiga sa kama. As soon as he fell asleep, Alondra's tears fell. Hindi maintindihan ng sarili pero nasaktan siya sa mga sinabi nito. Yes, she had made love with him for money but it was a tough time. At iyan alam ang gagawin. But she is not a prostitute at di rin niya plinanong magpabuntis just because he is goddamn rich. Now she feels more alone than ever. Well, matagal na siya mag-isang nabubuhay dito sa Maynila. Paminsan-minsan umuwi sa probinsya nila. And now nabuntis siya at di niya alam kung paano sasabihin sa pamilya at mga kaibigan niya. Umaasa siyang makakahanap siya ng karamay kay Gael. But she was wrong. He hates her. Tumayo siya at lumabas sa kwarto nito para makapagpahinga na rin. But all she did that night was cry. It was the worst decision of her life. One she vowed never to do again, have made love with a selfish man. Nagising si Alondra sa sobrang liwanag mula sa bintana niya. But she clearly remembered that she shut all her blinds last night. But what surprised her was the man sitting down at the edge of her bed, staring down at her. She immediately sat up and covered herself dahil nakashirt lang siya at wala pang bra at shorts. Anong ginagawa mo dito? You don't need to cover yourself. Seryosong wika ni Gael. It's not as if we haven't had make love yet, right? She just bit her lip, not knowing how to respond. Naalala kaya nitong sinabi nito sa kanya kagabi? Ano bang problema mo at parang takot na takot ka? Umiling si Alondra. Wala. Ano bang kailangan mo? It's 9 in the morning at wala pa tayong breakfast. Won't you cook for me? Tanong ni Gael. Hindi ba ito marunong magluto? Sige, mauna ka lang lumabas. Magbibihis lang ako. But I'm hungry. Uunahin mo pa bang magbihis? Inis na tanong ni Gael as he stood up. Fine, she said and sighed. Wala naman sigurong mawawala kung maglalakad siya na naka-t-shirt at panty lang ngayon. He has seen it all anyway. Ano ba bang ikakahiya niya? Tumayo siya at nang lumabas ng kwarto at bababa ng kitchen. But she can feel him just right behind her. Binuksan niya ang ref at naglabas ng bacon at ilang eggs mula roon while he sat down on a chair and just observed her. Okay na ba to sa'yo? She inquired as she grabbed a pan and opened the electric stove. Yup. Tipid na sagot ito sa likuran niya. Okay. She answered back and started cooking. Inilagay ang bacon sa pan at sinimulang lutuin yon. I've set an appointment on Tuesday with your OB-GYN. Pumasok ka sa school ng Lunes para mag-fan ng LOA for the entire duration of the SEM. Sige, tipid na sagot ni Alondra. Matapos sa mga sinabi nito kagwi sa kaba niya, it's as if nakalimutan nito lahat yon and back to regular programming na sila. Paano palang pamilya mo kapag nalaman nila? They cannot know. I've talked to Lawrence and Archie. They know now how they vowed and to never tell a soul. Pag-amin ni Gael. Anong sabi nila? He just shrugged. They will support me. We're friends at the end of the day. Nang malaman nilang maaring anak kong dinadala mo, naintindihan nila kung bakit kailangan dito ka na muna titira. Can't no, not yet. Hestel dapat tinurong niluluto niya. Baka masunog mong bacon ko. He went near her at binantayan din ang niluluto niya. Alondra paid attention to the pan again and stopped asking questions. Hindi niya alam pero may konting selos siya naramdaman sa babaeng yon. Pangalan pa lang pakiramdam niya wala na siyang panama. Napakaganda siguro. You're absent-minded. Nasusunog na oh. Puro ni Gael na nakatayo pa rin. Sa tabi niya. Sorry, she said at piniligtad ang mga bacon strips sa pan. Where'd you get this shirt of mine? He suddenly asked, looking at her intently. She looked at him to see him looking at her behind. Nakita ka lang sa bottom ng drawer mo. I figured baka hindi mo na ginagamit. Let us go to the mall later. You are not allowed to wear this anymore. Bakit naman? Komportable naman siyang ipantulog. What came next was the biggest shock of her life. She felt his hand squeezing her butt and then gently grazing her thighs. You look so hot, Alondra. I finally am remembering the things I did to you that night. He whispered to her ears. Gael? He pulled her closer with her waist so she could feel his hardness on her butt. Don't worry, I won't do anything. It's just that you shouldn't be wearing those shirts anymore. Baka kung ano pang magawa ko. Nag-init bigla ang buong katawan ni Alondra sa sinabi nito at nang maramdaman na matigas sa bagay na iyon sa likuran niya. Gael, I am getting hard for you at kasalanan mo to. He groaned and rubbed himself against her butt cheeks. You feel so good, he whispered. I can just make love to you here and now. She can feel her body responding to his, but before something could happen, Gael quickly detached himself from her and pointed at the pan. Dito na, I'll set the table. He was breathing deeper than usual. He walked to the other side of the kitchen to get some plates and utensils. Noon lang nakahinga si Alondra. She did not expect any of that. Bigla na lamang tong tumigil matapos ang ginawa nito. Pero hindi niya maintindihan kung bakit ang init-init ng pakiramdam niya ngayon. And worse, she can feel herself getting all worked up and aroused. Ganito ba talaga pag buntis? Is this her hormones acting up? It can't be. He doesn't want her at kinakaya nga siya nito eh. So hindi siya pwede magpagamit ulit dito. Once is enough. Inilipat niya sa platong bacon at tinuto naman niya ng itlog to make sunny side up eggs. Pilit inaalis sa isip ang mga nangyari a few seconds ago. They were now in the mall, particularly the maternity section. Naghahanap ngayon ng magagandang dresses para sa kanya when her baby bump starts to show. Buti na lang napakaraming choices na magaganda at di siya nahihirapang maghanap. Kaso nga lang medyo may kamahalan yon. Just pick whatever. Parang naiiritang utos pa ni Gael. She sighed and picked out 5 maternity dresses that would complement her skin tone really well. She decided to play it up and choose one that is a bit more daring with its backless cut. Pumasok na si Alondra sa fitting room. Sinukat na mga yun isa-isa. Looks like they all fit well. Pero papayagan kaya siya ni Gael na bilhin yon? Isang backless cut dress? Gusto pa naman niya yon. She looked at herself in the mirror and she liked what she saw. Ngayon lang siya nakabili ng gantong kamamahal na mga damit. She sighed and went out of the dressing room to show Gael. What do you think? Gael was busy with his phone and when he looked up to check on her, natigilan to slightly, then turned around to look if there were other people near them. Na makitang walang tao malapit sa kanila, Gael quickly pulled her back into the dressing room and closed it. What's that? Tinulit ang lukod niyang hubad na hubad at ang low-cut front nito. Maternity dress? Pang events lang sana kung meron. Nahihiyang sagot ni Alondra. Do you like it? Tumango si Alondra. Yup, I like it pero kung masyadong mahal we'll take it then. And then he looked down on her dress that were much more visible with this dress. Thanks. Masiyang sagot ni Alondra and turned around to look at herself in the mirror again. It's pretty, but you look so sexy in that. It should be illegal. Seryosong wika ni Gael. She did not know how to respond, and it kind of felt the awkwardness and tension in the air, knowing that both of them were in an exposed space. So Gael quickly got out of the dressing room to leave her alone. He looked like he wanted to skin her alive. Bakit ba nagalit to? Sigurado ka na ba talaga, Alondra? Taimtim ang tanong ng kaibigang si Selena sa kanya. Alondra was holding her documents to file for LOA. This means you won't graduate in the same year as us. Tumango lang si Alondra sa kaibigan. Bakit kasi ginawa mo pa yon? Of all men, isang dugong bughaw pa? Hindi ko naman ginusto na ganito mangyari eh. It was just a one-time thing. Alondra did not even bother telling her best friend na nakipag-make love siya kay Gael Alegre for money. Baka kasi bumaba ang tingin sa kanya ng kaibigan niya. All Selena knew was she slept with him just because she was drunk and it was a one-time thing. Selena just shook her head. Galing din to sa mahirap na pamilya pero nag-working student para lang matustusan ang pangailangan para makatapos. Nasa probinsya din ang magulang nito gaya niya. Ang kaibahan nga lang, Selena was more of a fighter compared to her at galit to sa mayayaman dahil pinalaya sila noon sa lupain ng isang mayamang pamilya. Those rich men, all they want are our bodies. Sige nga, pananagutan ka ba ng lalaking yan? Ibinabahay ka nga niya pero ano, pangkama ka lang, ganon? Galit na galit ang tanong nito. We're not having making love now. Tutol ni Alondra. Pinatira lang niya ako sa bahay niya para masubaybayan. Yun lang, we'll visit an OB-GYN later for a check-up. Talang, buntis na ako ngayon. Tatanga-tanga mo kasi girl eh. They both stopped in front of the admin office at mabilis din wrap up ang documents. Pagkatapos nagpaan naman sa Serena dahil may klase na itong kailangan puntahan. It was already 3 p.m. at susundin siya ni Gael by 3:30 para sa doctor's appointment. Pero bago si Alondra umalis ng university, bigla siya nag-craves ng isaw. So Alondra went to the usual isaw place na palagi niyang pupuntahan for merienda. Kuya, 3 stick po. Marami tong customer ngayong araw. Kuha ka lang dyan, Neng. So Alondra got herself 3 sticks of isaw at sinawsaw yun sa paborito niyang sausawan. She was enjoying herself nung may tumawag sa pangalan niya. Alondra, ikaw pala yan. The baritone voice said. She turned around to see her friend Peter. Basketball varsity to at mo kami training ngayong araw. Hi, she greeted. Ngayon na lang ulit kita nakita. Parang wala ka yata sa klase the past few days, he said and smiled. Libre kita. Manong ako na magbabayad ng order ni Miss Ganda. Salamat, she said. Nagkasakit kasi ako eh. Actually, kailangan ko muna maglowa dahil kailangan kong bumalik ng probinsya. Bakit? May nangyari ba sa pamilya mo? She couldn't think of anything to say. Alondra! Tawag sa kanya ng isang lalaking nakatingin sa kanya nang may nagbabagang mga mata. She looked at the direction of that new voice and saw Gael in a dashing navy blue suit. Galing kasi itong meeting sa opisina sa pagkakaalam niya. Gael walked towards the both of them at nagpakilala kay Peter. I am Gael. Who are you? Peter just looked at him from head to toe. Peter, Alondra's friend. Maaga ka yata. Di ba 3:30 mo pa ako susunduin? My meetings ended early. He answered. Let's go. What are you eating? Tanong ni Gael na parang diling-diling makitang isaw na hawak niya. Isaw? Sagot ni Alondra. That can be bad for the baby. He said at inago sa kanyang 3 stick. Inaabot kay Peter. Salamat na lang bro. Let's go Alondra. Alondra looked stunned at what he did. She just quickly mouthed goodbye to Peter nang kalad ka rin siya ni Gael papunta ng SUV nito na nakahazard ngayon sa tabi ng kalsada. He practically pushed her inside the passenger seat and locked her door before he walked to the driver's side of the car. Pagkapasok agad tong nag-seatbelt at pinaharurot palis ang sasakyan. Tahimik ito hanggang sa makalabas sila sa main road na C5. Hindi siya nakatiis kaya nagsalita siya to break the silence. Saan ang klinik na pupuntahan natin? Pasig. Tipid na sagot nito. Ortigas area. He looked fuming man. Ayos ka lang ba? She inquired. Do you just really go around flirting with men? Ines na sabi nito. Nagulat si Alondra sa itinanong nito. What? Iniwan lang kita sa school ninyo kung sino-sino na naman ang kinakausap mo sa tabi ng kalsada. He is my friend. Kaklase ko siya tagtatanong kung bakit absent ako ng mga nakarang araw. He just looked at her not believing what she was saying. Nainsulto siya sa mga sinabi nito. Hindi na siya natutuwa. Maybe it was her pregnancy hormones, pero hindi niya napigil ang mga luhang lumabas ngayon sa mata niya. It was tears of anguish. She felt insulted and annoyed and mad all at the same time. Nagulat si Gael na makitang umiiyak siya. What? You're an asshole! She managed to squeak out in between sobs. I'm sorry, Alondra. He tried to reach out to her but she pushed his arm away. Shut up! Sigaw niya sa binata. He stopped the car on the side of the road at tinitigan siya. I'm really sorry. I don't know what came over me. Hey, Alondra. Baby. He tried to touch her but she kept on brushing him off. Look at me, please. But Alondra did not want him close at all. And when she was able to control her tears, she wiped them all off and stared at the window. I know you think so poorly of me dahil binayaran mo lang ako for make love once. But I'm also a person. I'm not a prostitute. I only needed to do it once parang may makain ako at matirahan. I don't want this circumstance just like you. Then she turned to face him now. I'm okay if we go our separate ways. Once mapatunayan ko na sa'yo itong anak ko, I can just leave you alone and you can just give me an allowance for this baby. All I'm asking for you is financial support dahil alam ko hindi ko kayang buhayin mag-isang batang to. But I won't put up with you and how you treat me. Just pay me enough money and I'll leave you alone. Not a chance. I am never losing sight of you again. Galit na wika ni Gael and started the car ignition again. And just like that, it was a quietly painful ride to their OB. It's a healthy baby. Anon siya ng OB habang may gamit na tool sa ibabaw ng siya ni Alondra. She's now looking at the monitor, mesmerized by the little lit life inside of her, with a heart beating like her own. This baby may not be planned pero gusto pa rin niyang buhayin to. She glanced at the man standing beside her bed. He was also looking intently on the monitor with awe visible on his face. Then he looked at her and smiled. It's a smile that speaks 1,000 words, like he was telling her that everything will be alright. He grabbed her hand and held onto tightly, then kissed her on the forehead. Napawi ang galit ni Alondra sa binata kanina. Na mag-away sila sa sasakyan nito ng dahil lang sa dadaanan niya na ito kumain ng inisaw kasama ang kaibigan si Peter. Do you want to have a boy or a girl? Any, Doc, sagot ni Gael. Alright, but visit me again next month and we can determine the baby's gender. Tumango-tango si Gael and smiled at Alondra. The checkup ended quickly. Alondra knew that their next stop would be the DNA testing clinic sa ospital na iyon, pero nagulat siya nang bumalik na sila sa parking ni Gael. Hindi ba tayo muna pupunta sa DNA testing clinic? She asked nang istarta ng binatang sasakyan. Umiling to then looked at her intently. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the things I said a while ago, Alondra. Wala na yun. She answered and tried to pull back her hand but he held on to it tighter. I don't need a DNA test. Naniniwala na ako sa'yo. I believe you when you said I'm the only man you have slept with. You were a virgin when I took you. I know because I remember it. At di man tayo nagkita ng 3 buwan pagkatapos nun. I believe you when you said the baby is mine. I am sorry for making you feel like I don't respect you. I'm really sorry. Nagulat si Alondra sa biglang litanya ng binata. She did not expect him to say sorry nor to postpone the DNA test. Speak. Say something, please. Are you still mad at me? He probed. Umiling siya. Hindi na, Gael. Salamat. I should have believed it then. But when I heard the baby's heartbeat a while ago, I knew it in my heart that it was mine. He brought her hand to his lips and kissed it. Thank you for giving me the best gift, Alondra. Alam ko naman na hindi mo talaga plinano magkaanak agad ngayon. I know, but I will figure it out. I'll figure it out for us. He smiled, and what he did next was something new for her. He bent over to kiss her gently on the lips, but what she did not understand was how her body responded to his. It was like her lips had a life of its own. She kissed him back with the same gentleness. He easily scooped her up at ilagay siya on his lap as they continued kissing. His lips went down to her neck, biting and tickling her senses, while her arms went around his neck, giving into the feel of his lips on her skin. You're so beautiful. At naramdaman ni Alondra na inunzip itong blouse niya, but she did not stop him. She was loving the sensation of his fingers on her bare skin habang hinuhubaran siya nito. They were in a freaking hospital parking lot. Hindi niya alam kung bakit parang di sila natatakot mahuli doon. At sa loob ng sasakyan, nagawa siyang angkin ni Gael. Nahihiya si Alondra sa nangyari, pero at the same time, hindi niya pinagsisihan yon. But before she could speak, biglang tumunog ang telepono niya. Her bag was on the passenger seat, kaya dali-dali niyang binuksan yon para kunin ang tumutunog na cellphone. She was still on his lap when she took the call from her mother in the province. Anak, hello. Wika na nasa kabilang linya. Ma, napatawag po kayo. Sinimula na naman siyang halikan ni Gael sa leeg habang ang kamay umiikot sa kanyang butt shake. She was starting to get aroused again, pero pinigilan niyang sarili. Ang tatang mo, anak. Her mother said on the other line hysterically. Po, ano pong nangyari kay tatang? She was starting to panic. Nasa ospital siya ngayon. Kailangan mong umuwi dito, anak. Po, nasa ospital? Oo, bigla siyang inatake sa puso kaninang tanghali, kaya dali-dali namin sinugod sa ospital. Anak, hindi pa rin siya gumigising hanggang ngayon. Hindi ko alam ang gagawin. Sige po, ma. Pupunta po ako dyan. Uuwi po ako ngayon. With that, she ended the call and quickly fixed herself. Sinuot muli ang blouse na hinubad ni Gael sa kanya kanina. Ano nangyari, Alondra? Inatake si tatang sa puso. Pwede mo ba akong ihatid ngayon sa Pampanga? Yes, of course. Determinadong sagot ni Gael. Pinatakbo na niya ang sasakyan while still holding her hand. He will be alright. I will make sure of that. Saan ni Gael? She just remained quiet for the rest of the ride. Takot at pangamba lumulukob sa isipan ni Alondra ngayon. She has to do everything it takes to make sure that her father will be alright. It was already nighttime at halos inabot na silang 3 oras sa biyahe papuntang Pampanga. Alondra was a wreck. Hindi niya alam kung anong damdamin ng mga ibabaw. Her worry for her father o ang kaguluhan sa isip niya dahil lang sa nangyayari sa ni Gael kanina lang sa parking lot. But she never brought it up. Nahiya kasi siya kung paano niya tinugon ng halik at tapos ito. She felt so cheap. She stopped with him for money before at ngayon na may game na game siya sa isang public parking lot. What has gotten into her? Are you okay? Gutom ka na ba? Tanong bigla ni Gael. Nakasalukoy nagdadrive. Malapit na tayo. Oo. Pagsisinungaling na lamang niya kahit ang totoo ay paulit-ulit niyang iniisip ang nangyari sa kanila kanina lamang sa parking area. Hindi pa rin tayo naghahapunan. Gusto mo ba dumaan muna tayo sa drive-thru kahit saan dito? Gusto ko na sana makarating sa ospital para makita si tatang. Maaga pang sagot ni Alondra. Sige, 30 minutes na lang tayo. Ma! Ma! Tawag ni Alondra sa ina na makita niya ito ngayon sa labas ng ICU ng pampublikong ospital na iyon. Nilingon siya ng kanyang ina at agad tumakbo para yakapin. Her mother was crying in her arms. Ang tatang mo, anak, she said. Alondra looked at her mother in the face to wipe her tears. Ano po bang nangyari? May inaayos kasi siya sa bahay nang bigla na lang siyang natumba. Pagkatapos sumingi na ako ng tulong. Maayos naman siya ng mga nakarang araw. Hindi ko alam ba't bigla na lang siya nagkaganyan. We will do everything that we can, ma'am. Gusto niyo ba ilipat natin siya sa isang private hospital kapag stable na siya? Mas matututukan siya doon na magagaling na doktor. Gael interrupted both of them. Nagulat yata ang mama ni Alondra nang mapansing may kasama siyang binata. And Alondra knows how dashing Gael is, especially when he is in a suit. Gael? Ma'am. Pakilala ni Gael sa mama niya. Then she looked at Alondra. Kaibigan ko po. Agad na pakilala ni Alondra sa kasama. I can help you, ma'am. Just let me know at pwede natin siyang ipalipat sa pribadong ospital. Salamat, iho, pero ayos lang. Dito na muna siya hanggang sa umayos at maging stable. Just then, a doctor interrupted all of them saying na stable ang kondisyon ng pasyente. Alondra's mom hugged her with joy. Nagpumilit nung pumasok ulit sa ICU para silipin ng asawa. Pinayagan at sinamahan ng doktor ang kanyang inang na bumalik sa loob. And Alondra sat on the chair near the wall to calm herself. Finally, the worst was over. She can now breathe. It may be cheap compared to private hospitals pero kailangan pa rin nilang magbayad ng gastos. Naramdaman na lang niyang umupo sa tabi niya si Gael. I'll take care of the bills for now. I will have you move to the nearest private hospital here. Tatawagan ko lang sa sekretary ko para maayos ang lahat. What? No! Ayos lang ang tatang dito. Huwag ka na mag-abala. It is the least I could do to help. Besides, I don't think paalagaan siya na maayos dito. Napakaraming pasyente and it looks so crowded. Then, Alondra looked around and true enough, sobrang dami nga ng pasyenteng nandoon ngayon. Hindi magkaintindihan ng mga nurses kung sinong unahing tugunan ng tulong. Magiging okay din ang lahat. Bulong ni Gael, hinawakan ng kamay nitong kinabit ito sa kanya. Salamat. It was early morning at nagising na lang si Alondra sa liwanag na nagmumula sa bintana ng private hospital suite na iyon. Kagabi rin na ilipat ng ospital ang tatang niya at nakakuha siya ng private suite. All thanks to the connections and money of Gael. Good morning, Sleeping Beauty. Bati ni Gael na nakaupo ngayon sa pang-isahang couch. She was lying down on the bigger couch dahil doon siya natulog, habang nasa extra bed naman sa kwartong iyon ng mama niya. Morning! Ganting bati niya. Her mom was still asleep and Gael was wearing the same suit as yesterday, pero hinubad na nito ang coat niya. His polo shirt was unbuttoned midway at wala nang necktie nito. Saan ka natulog? She asked him. Eto, sarili ako matulog habang nakaupo. Isa akong jet setter. Kaswal na sabi ni Gael. Would you want to have some breakfast? May cafe sa baba. We can good food for everyone. Alok ni Gael. She even forgot to have dinner last night. Why? Is there something wrong with the baby? Tanong ni Gael na makitang nakahawak siya sa tiyan. Wala, gutom lang ako. She answered. Anong baby? Bulong ng isang boses mula sa likuran nila. Sabay napalingon sa kama ko saan mulat ang mga mata ng tatang niya. And Alondra almost froze into place. Pero mabilis siya nakatayo at tininuhan agad ang ama. Tatang, gising na kayo. Alondra, nandito ka na ulit anak. Opo tatang, tinakot niyo kami ni mama kahapon. Akala namin kung ano nang nangyari sa inyo eh. Narinig din ng mama niya ang kaguluhan sa nagising ito sa kanilang kama. Mabilis tumayo para tingnan ng asawa. Kamusta na ang pakiramdam mo, Nilo? Tanong ni Ella, mama ni Alondra. Magpapatawag ako ng nurse. Sino ka? Biglang tanong ni Nilo sa binata na nakatayo ngayon sa tabi ni Alondra. Taang kaibigan ko po siya. Siya ang dahilan kung bakit nalipat kayo dito sa mas magandang ospital kagabi. Maraming salamat, iho. Walang anuman po. Pero nanatiling nakakunot ang noo ni Nilo sa binata na sa harapan niya ngayon. Anong narinig kong pinag-uusapan ninyo kanina, Alondra? Anong baby? Baby? Napatulala si Gael. Hindi alam ko anong sasabihin. Alondra beautifully and smiled. Tang, magpahinga muna kayo. Kailangan niyo ng pahinga sa... Alondra, sagutin mo muna ang tanong ko. Nilo pushed. Kami ni Alondra? Magkakaanak na kami, sir. Anak, totoo ba to? Gulat na tanong ni Ella. Samantalang nanatiling tahimik si Nilo. Akala ko ba magkaibigan lamang kayo? Magkaibigan lang po talaga kami, mama. Tang, hindi namin sinasadyang nangyari. Pero magtatapos naman po ako ng pag-aaral. Kailangan ko lang huminto muna sa ngayon hanggang sa makapanganak ako. At ang kasal? Kailan ang kasal? Biglang tanong ng tatay niya. There was not a hint of humor in his eyes. Kaya alam ni Gael na kung paano ipapaliwanag dito na walang kasal na mangyayari. Tang, hindi ko pa siya boyfriend. At wala akong kasal na mangyayari. Wika ni Alondra. Napahawak sa bibig niya ang mama niya. At sinilay taimtim na nakatitig lang kay Gael na parang gusto niya itong palayasin sa harapan niya ngayon. Bakit di mo pakakasalan ng anak ko matapos mo siyang mabuntis? Nilo asked away. Gael was shocked at his straightforwardness. With all due respect, sir, susustentahan ko naman ho ang bata. Hindi ko naman ho tatakbuhan ang anak ninyo. But hindi ni Gael alam kung paano tatapusin at sasabihin na engaged na siya sa iba at hindi matanggap kahit kailan ng pamilya niyang nangyayaring to. He doesn't even know if he plans to tell his family at all. Baka patayin siya ng ama niya. But when Alondra looked at him, hindi alam ni Gael kung bakit pero na makita niya ang sakit sa mga mata nito. He did not want to push through with whatever he was saying. He didn't want to hurt her ever. The emotion was foreign to him, pero yun ang nararamdaman niya ngayon. Hindi pa po ako nagpo-propose sa kanya, sir. Aniya, I was waiting to meet for you and the whole family first bago ko siya tanungin. Mukhang nabigla si Alondra sa sinabi niya. Pero alam nito nagsisinungaling siya at gumagawa ng kwento. Tatang, wag mo na po siyang takutin. Mabuting tao si Gael. Hindi niya po ako pinabayaan nung inamin ko sa kanyang buntis ako. He was even the one who helped us to get you here for better treatment. Pagmamakaawa ni Alondra sa ama, and Nilo responded well. Sige, bilang pasasalamat, hayaan kitang manatili sa ngayon. Dito, kasama ng anak ko. Pero pagkalabas ko dito, kailangan natin mag-usap tumasinsinan. Tumango si Gael. Opo, sir. They were now downstairs in line in a cafe, kung saan plano nilang bumili ng breakfast. Hindi mo dapat sinabi yon, casual ni Alondra ang sabi. Gael looked at her and just shrugged. It seemed to only be natural to tell him that. Baka lalo siyang atakin sa puso kapag nalaman niya ang totoong nangyari sa ating dalawa. But you made things worse. Pinaasa mong parents ko sa isang bagay na hindi mangyayari. You are engaged to someone else. We will find a way, Alondra. Trust me. Pinagkakatiwalaan mo ba ako? She did not want to look him in the eyes dahil alam niyang kayang-kaya siyang paikutin ang magaganda nitong mata. She has fell for those eyes the moment she met him. Kaya nga hindi naging mahirap sa kanyang pumayag sa offer nito noon to make love in exchange for money. It was also the same eyes that lured her into his embrace last night in the parking lot. But her heart still chose to believe and trust him kahit hindi niya alam kung tama ba at kahit alam ni Alondra na malaking posibilidad na masaktan lamang siya. Okay, magtitiwala ako sa'yo. Wika niya kay Gael. Ayos ka na dyan, Nilo? Tanong ni Ella na asawa nito habang inaayos ang pagkakahiga ng asawa sa kama. Kakauwi lamang nila mula bahay nila mula ospital. Mabilis lang sila sa ospital dahil gustong-gusto ring makauwi ni Nilo. Ayos na, sagot nito. Nakatayo naman sa sulok ng kwarto si Gael at Alondra. Dito rin ba tayo matutulog, Alondra? Tanong ni Nilo sa anak habang nakatingin ng matalim kay Gael. Tatang, gabi na rin kasi mahirap na kung magbabiyahe pa siya. Sagot ni Alondra. I can sleep on the couch, sir. Mabilis na sagot ni Gael. Alondra just stared at the man beside her. 3 araw na ito nakasunod sa kanya mula ospital hanggang ditong bahay nila sa probinsya. She cannot help but be amazed with their perseverance to be liked by her father. Hindi na ito nakasuit now. He was just wearing a white Uniqlo shirt and shorts na nadampot nila sa malapit na mall. Ganon din siya. Wala kasi silang naihandang damit sa biglaan nilang pagpunta ng probinsya. But even in casual clothes, napakagwapo pa rin ito. Basta bawal kang matulog sa kwarto ng anak ko. Nilo reminded. Tatang, magpahinga na kayo. Alondra answered. Sige na, magpahinga na kayo. Utos ni Ella at tinaboy ng dalawa palabas ng sala. And now they were left alone in the sala. Tinitigan ni Gael ang matigas na lang na couch doon. Gawa ito sa kawayan. Nagpresenta ka pa kasing matulog dito sa sala eh. Wala kami malambot na sofa. Teka lang, bibigyan kitang kumot at unan. Alondra said and went to her room. To her surprise, nakasunod pala si Gael sa kanya. Can I just sleep here? Hindi mo ba narinig ang sinabi ni Tatang? God, we're gonna have a baby. Ngayon pa ba nila tayo pagpapawalan? 5 a.m., gigising ako para makalipat sa couch para isipin nila na doon ako natulog magdamag. Suggestion ni Gael. Nagigising si Mama na madaling araw. Baka lumabas yun at makita kang wala dyan sa sala. Gael just groaned in annoyance. Baka hindi ako makatulog ng maayos doon. Alondra got a pillow and an extra blanket from the closet. Eto, makakatulog ka na ng maayos. At inabot kay Gael ang mga yon. It was already 3 a.m. 3 oras na siya nakahiga sa dilim. But Alondra really couldn't sleep. Iniisip niyang lalaking nasa sala nila ngayon na maaaring pinapapak na ng lamok. Nagigilty siyang nakahiga siya sa kama habang nasa kawayang upuan lamang yon. Di pa naman sanay yun matulog ng walang aircon. At last, bilang di rin siya makatulog, magkukunwari siyang kukuha ng tubig. Pero sisilipin niya to. Lumabas siya ng kwarto at tahimik na binuksan ng pinto. Madilim ang sala. Malit lang at kitang-kita niyang baluktot na pikuran ni Gael habang natutulog at balot ng kumot. She slowly went nearer para silipin kung tulog na ba ito. Like what you see? Biglang tanong ng lalaki sa kanya. She automatically stepped backward pero nahila agad siya nito para pumaibabaw. Anong ginagawa mo sa dilim? May binabala ka ba sa akin? Nandolokong tanong ni Gael sa kanya. Nakukonsensya lang ako iniwan kita dito. Di rin ako makatulog. This couch is so hard. Komento ni Gael. And this one, mahirap din. Naramdaman niyang diliin nito ang sarili sa kanya. Para iparamdam ang kanyang hard on. Ano ba? Umayos ka nga? Sorry, sabi ni Gael. Hindi ko mapigilan eh. Doon ka muna sa kwarto ko. Lumabas ka na lang bukas ng umaga bago magising sila Tatang. Tara, aya ni Alondra. In the dark, she saw him follow behind her and close her bedroom door. Maliit lang ang kwarto niya. There was a big bed enough to squeeze in 2 people. Kaya nang humiga sa tabi niyang binata, magkadikit na sila. Ano ba? Pabulong na sa niya rito. Why? I'm just trying to be comfortable. Sagot nito. Napakaliit ng kama mo. Kailangan ko humanap ng komportableng pwesto. Ang mga braso nito ay nakapalibot sa kanya. He was now hugging her firmly at naramdaman niyang mabigat na paghinga nito. Good night, bulong ni Gael. Hindi na siya sumagot. Nakatulog na siya. Anong ginagawa ng lalaki yan dito sa kwarto mo? The voice boomed all over the room at nalimpungatan si Alondra sa sigaw na yon. She slowly opened her eyes to scan her surrounding. Her tatang and mama were standing in front of them habang nakahiga siya sa kama, and she looked to her right now and saw Gael, who was just waking up from her slumber as well. Nakakalimutan nilang gumising ng maaga. Tang, natulog lang naman kami. Wala po akong ginawa sa anak mo, sir, I promise. Magalang na sagot na ngayon ay gising na gising ng si Gael. Eh bakit ka nakayakap sa anak ko, ha? Galit muling tanong ng matanda. Masakit po siyang kama, kailangan ho magsiksikan, sagot ni Gael. I'm sorry, sir. Binuntis mo na nga ang anak ko, tapos ngayon lalapastangan mo pa siya sa sarili naming bahay? I'm sorry, sir. I didn't do anything last night. I swear, I was just so tired and I fell asleep. Sagot muli ni Gael at dahan-dahan lumayo kay Alondra para tumayo. Huminahon ka, Nilo. Paalala ni Ella sa asawa. Sumama kayong dalawa sa akin ngayon. Anyaya ng tatang ni Alondra. Saan po tayo pupunta, Tang? Alondra was getting nervous. Nilapitan siya ng tatang niya para hilahin sa braso palabas ng kwarto. Sa munisipyo. Mabilis na sagot ni Nilo. Kailangan ninyong maikasal sa lalong madaling panahon. Hindi ako makapapayag sa ginagawa mo sa anak ko. May bahay ng galit na babala nito sa binatang nasa harapan nito ngayon. Maaaring mayaman ka at may pinag-aralan. Hindi kagaya namin. Pero hindi ako makakapayag na gamitin mo lamang anak ko. Sir, napatulala si Gael. Hindi sila pwede magpakasal. Yan ang alam nilang dalawa. Nasa malit silang dining table ngayon at nagsisiksikan habang seryosong nakatitig ang tatang niya kay Gael. Alondra was trying to breathe. Natatakot ngayon sa ekspresyon sa mukha ng tatang niya. Ito titigil sa pamimilit sa kanilang magpakasal sa lalong madaling panahon. I will make it right with your daughter, sir. I don't think she deserves to be dragged to the city hall nang nabagsak kalooban niya. She deserves a grand wedding. Tinitigan ni Alondra ng masama si Gael. Pinapaasa na naman itong tatang niya. He suddenly grabbed her hand at tinaas iyon. Pangako ko po sa inyo, magpapakasal kami ni Alondra. I will make it right with your daughter, sir. Just trust me, he announced as sincerely as he could. Tumango lang ang mama niya at samantalang walang reaksyon ng tatang niya. We just came from a check-up bago kami dumiretso ng Pampanga, and here's the baby ultrasound. May kinuha si Gael sa wallet niya. It was a photo of their baby from the ultrasound. Meron pala itong maliit na kopya noon. Ipinakita ito ni Gael sa mga magulang niya. That's our baby, your future grandchild, so please, kahit paano na lang sa kanya, give us time. I will marry Alondra, sir. Inabot ng tatang niya ang maliit na litrato at pinakatitigan nun. Nakita niyang halos maiyak ang mama niya sa nakita. Congratulations, anak. Masayang-masaya ako para sa iyo. Seeing the baby change his father's reaction, nakita ni Alondra ang pagkontrol ng emosyon ng tatang niya. Sige, pagbibigyan kita. Siguraduhin mong aayusin mong kasal niyo ng anak ko sa lalong madaling panahon. Opo, sir. Salamat po. Yun lang at tumayo na si Nilo at bumalik na sa kwarto nito para magpahinga. Bigyan niyo pa siya ng konting panahon. Matatanggap din niyang lahat ng to, anak. Mahinahong payo ng mama niya. Salamat, ma. Napatungo na lang si Alondra at tinilang muli ang kamay niya na hawak-hawak ni Gael. Kailan kayo babalik ng Maynila? Tanong ng mama ni Alondra. We need to be back as soon as we can. Masyado na ako matagal na wala sa opisina. I can leave Alondra here if she wants at susundin ko na lamang siya sa sunod na weekend. Sagot ni Gael. Sasama na ako sa iyo, Alondra said. Kailangan magkausap sila ng sarili ng Gael. Kailangan makanap ng paraan para hindi matuloy ang pagkukunwari nilang to. Humayo kayo at mag-ingat sa daan. Magpaalam din muna kayo sa tatang nyo. It was 30 minutes of silence on the road. Pagkakain ng pananghalian, nagsimula ng baybay ni Gael ang daan pabalik ng Maynila. Natahimik si Alondra. Kinakalkula ang kanyang mga unang salita. May nagawa ba akong mali? Tanong bigla ni Gael. Napakatahimik mo. She just shot him a glare. Nagtanong pa talagang walang hiya. What? Tanong muli ni Gael. Pinaasa mo lang ang mga magulang ko sa something na alam natin parehong di mangyayari. Gael just shrugged. We will figure it out. Huwag ka na ma-stress dun. Ako nang bahala. Bahala saan? Kung paano natin tululusutan? My parents are expecting us to get married. Hindi naman natin pwedeng palabasin na namatay ka kaya hindi matutuloy ang kasal. Your family is well known and so are you. I'll take care of it, he said with finality. Didiretso ako ng opisina ngayon. You can get dressed. Hindi mo masasabing ikaw na lang bahala. Pamilya kong pinag-uusapan natin, Gael. Hindi ito laro. Huminga lang ng malalim si Gael. You have a fiancé. Bulong niya. Hindi sumusuko sa kanilang usapan. Hindi man lang sumagot si Gael. Magtiwala ka lang. Hindi naman kita pababayaan eh. I'll still take care of you and the baby. She chose not to answer anymore. He seemed convinced na matatakasan nilang tatang niya in the long run. Ano? Buhay ka pa ba? Tanong ng best friend niyang si Selena. Nasa coffee shop sila ngayon sa baba ng condo ni Gael. Binisita si Alondra ng kaibigan ng malaman na nakabalik na sila mula Pampanga. I have no other choice. Pilit na sagot ni Alondra. Hindi ko rin alam ang tumatakbo sa isip ng hilaw mong boyfriend na yun eh. He must really be serious and taking care of you for him to declare that in front of your family. Selena commented while sipping her coffee. Feeling ko mistress ako ngayon eh. Hindi kanya kabet kung wala namang nangyayari sa inyo, Selena said. Pero nanahimik lang si Alondra at di sumagot. Oh my God, may nangyayari na sa inyo? We couldn't help it. Na-attract ako sa kanya. He is good looking. What do you expect? Defensive ang sagot ni Alondra sa kaibigan. At sira ang hormones ko. Alondra, he has a fiancé. At isa pa, tinatago ka nga lang niya eh. You're now officially his mistress. Di makatingin ng diretso si Alondra sa mata ng kaibigan. She is fully aware of that now. What is it? Alondra turned in the direction of the man na papasok ngayon ng coffee shop. It was Archie. Naglakad daw papuntang counter para umorder. He was probably here to see Gael. Bakit mo kilala si Archie? You know that scumbag? Galit na tanong na Selena. Oo, malapit siyang kaibigan ni Gael. Ang kulit. Pagmumura ni Selena. Siya ay isang blanco. Oh, ano naman ngayon kung isa siyang blanco? Sila ang nagpalay sa mga magulang ko noon. My parents worked for that family at binaliwala lang nila yun. Kitang-kita ni Alondra ang galit sa mata niya habang nakatitig ang matalik niyang kaibigan sa lalaking nasa counter. Ano namang plano mo? It's from the past. Umiling sa Selena. I will make them pay, one way or another. Pabalong niyang sagot. Archie was looking around and suddenly, he spotted her. Mabilis na nilapitan siya nito at binati. Hey Alondra? Hi. Ano ginagawa mo dito? I was looking for Gael. He texted the boys that he is back and since it's gonna be his birthday tomorrow, gusto sanang i-celebrate namin ang salubong ng birthday niya. Well, aside from his party in the Alegre Mansion tomorrow, of course. Party? She did not even know it was his birthday tomorrow at inaway-awa niya pa to kanina sa kotse. Was he hiding it from her dahil hindi niya rin maaaring makita at makilalang pamilya nito? O hindi ba niya nabanggit? Tanong ni Archie. Umiling lang si Alondra. Sino tong magandang babae na kasama mo? Archie, this is my friend Selena. Selena, Archie. Pakilala ni Alondra sa dalawa. You look familiar, miss. Nagkita na ba tayo dati? Tanong ni Archie. Hindi pa. Peking sagot ni Selena. But it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Mr. Blanco. Okay na mo ko? Tanong ni Archie. Siyempre. Sino bang di makakilala sa isang kasing gwapo at mayamang tulad mo? Birong tanong ni Selena. Habang nagkakaayos ang dalawa, abala si Alondra sa pag-isip tungkol kay Gael at kung bakit di man lang ito nag-abalang banggitin ang tungkol sa kaarawan nito sa kanya. The penthouse elevator opened to reveal Gael in just a white polo and slacks. Nakapatong sa balikat ang necktie at halatang pagod na pagod. Naghabol kasi ito ng trabaho dahil matagal siya nawala sa opisina. His dad was a bit disappointed at his sudden disappearance to which he blamed an emergency at kailangan niyang tulungan ng isang kaibigan. As soon as he arrived at nadata niya sa balcony, ang mga kaibigan niya kasama si Alondra at ang best friend nitong babae whose name he can't remember. Here comes the birthday boy, hiyaw ni Archie, halatang kanina pang umiinom. Tumayo si Lawrence na makita siyang lumabas sa balcony. Inalok siya ng baso. Cheers! Inabot ni Gael ang glass at nakipag-cheers kay Lawrence. Pagkatapos ay hinanap ng kanyang mga mata si Alondra. Nandun siya, nakasuot ng simpleng baby blue na damit na wala sa balikat at malayong umaaga sa pagkakayakap sa kanyang katawan. Kanina pang nagtitimpe simula mapag-isa sa sasakyan pa uwi ng Pampanga, but he forgot that he had plans with his friends para salubong ang birthday niya. Nilapag niya ang pagkain sa mesa, lahat ng paborito niya, crispy pata, steak, pesto pasta, buffalo wings at marami pa. Niyakap siya mahigpit ni Archie to which she hugged back. Thank you bro, ginulat niyo ako. You shouldn't have prepared that much. I was gonna order in for the evening anyway, but thanks for this. Happy birthday, Gael. Masayang bati ng best friend ni Alondra sa kanya. Salamat, sagot ni Gael. This is Selena by the way. Pakilalang muli ni Alondra. Siya ang kinukwento ko sa'yo na best friend ko. Nice meeting you, sagot ni Gael. Alondra prepared all of this. Lauren said and pointed to Alondra. Ang sarap ng steak niya, bro. You should try it. Gael went to sit beside Alondra at tinalikan ito sa pisngi. Happy birthday! Bulong ni Alondra sa kanya. Salamat, sabi ni Gael at ngumiti sa kanya. Ito ang unang pagkakataon sa mahabang panahon na may ibang naganda na espesyal para sa kanyang kaarawan. He has always been far from home, lalo na kapag birthday niya. He is always either traveling abroad or studies, kaya usually puro pagpaparty lang ginagawa tuwing birthday niya. Pero masarap talagang umupo at makasama mga importanteng tao sa buhay niya. May kukunin lang ako, Alondra said smiling. Umalis sandali at pagbalik may hawak-hawak ng birthday cake with so much lighted candles on top. Nagsimulang kumanta ng happy birthday song ang mga kaibigan niya at nang matapos sila'y sumigaw si Archie. Mag-wish ka! Magdasal ka para sa divine intervention sa iyong buhay. Biro ni Lawrence. Alam naman natin approval lang ng Daddy Gael ang only wish niya in his lifetime. Another joke from Archie to which he just laughed. Thanks for being here guys, it means a lot. Nilagay na ni Alondra sa gitna ng table ang cake at tumupo na ulit sa tabi ni Gael. Everyone was happy talking around the table. You look beautiful. Bulong ni Gael sa tenga niya. Thanks, tipid na sagot ni Alondra. Paano mo nalaman? I bumped into Archie this afternoon sa coffee shop sa baba. Tradisyon niya daw palaging sarubungin ng birthday mo. I didn't even know it was your birthday. May konting hinanakit na sabi ni Alondra. I'm sorry. In all honesty, it slipped my mind. Ang dami nangyari the past few days, you know that. Are you mad? Hindi ni Alondra, sinalubong ang tenga ni Gael. I'm fine. Hey, pura nito sa kanya and held her hand. Are you really mad at me? Tell me. Utos ni Gael. She tried to pull her hand. Ano ba? Nandiyan ang mga kaibigan mo. So, alam nilang dalawa na may fiancé ka na. This isn't right. Uminingdang si Gael. Alam naman nilang di pa ito opisyal, Alondra. At kung kailan mo malaman, para lang ng mga magulang namin yon. Wala akong balak pakasalan siya. But you're still engaged to someone else. Hindi magandang tingnan. Matagumpay ni Alondra ang natanggal ang kamay mula sa hawak nito. He just breathed deeply. Ayaw mapansin ng mga katabi nilang nag-aaway sila. So he tried to join in the conversation of others and pretend like everything was okay between the two of them. At noon pa lang sa kalagitnaan ng kanilang tawanan, walang nakapansin sa elevator sa main living area na bumukas at papasok ang isang bagong bisita. Dumiretso to sa balcony kung saan abalang lahat sa pagkain at tawanan. Hi guys, you all having fun without me? Masayang bati ng bagong dating na bisita. Lumingon ang lahat sa bagong dating. Tumahimik lahat. Tumayo si Lawrence sa hindi naasahan. Hindi kita inaasahan na pupunta, sabi ni Lawrence. Well, dahil ito ay isang sorpresa. Inabot niya isa pang box ng cake. Happy birthday to my dear fiancé, sabi ni Valerie at gumiti. Napatulala si Gael. Nakita ni Alondra isang maganda at sopistikadong babae na nakatayo sa harapan nilang lahat. Nakasuot siya ng puting mahabang damit na perpektong nakasink sa bewang na nagmisto ng Diyosa na si Aphrodite. At nalingon niya ang reaksyon ni Gael. Natigilan ito, pero tumayo para maglakad papunta dito at binati ito. Sa mismong mga mata ni Alondra, nakita niyang hinalikan nito sa pisngi si Gael at tinanggap ang kahon ng cake na dala nito. Sit here, Valerie. Ayan ni Archie sa kapatid while pointing sa vacant seat. Katabi niya nakatapat ngayon ni Gael. They all sat down on one table and smiled at each other. Oh, we have a new company. Pansin bigla ni Valerie, looking at her and Selena intently. May lihim ka bang nakababatang kapatid na babae na hindi ko agalam, Gael? Biro ni Valerie. Sinalaw agad ni Lawrence ang tanong nito. They are my friends. Mabilis ang sagot nito. These are Alondra and Selena. Oh, I never knew you like college girls, younger than you. Mapanoy ang wika nito kay Lawrence. Gusto ko sila, bata pa, bakit hindi? Biro niya. Nakita ni Alondra ang pot sa mga mata ni Valerie at sigurado siyang hindi magugustuhan ni Valerie ang presensya nila doon. Hi, I'm Selena. Pakilala ng best friend niya na katabi niya. Hey, tipid na bati ni Valerie sa kaibigan niya. Then Valerie's eyes landed on her. Hi, bati nito sa kanya. Mas matanda ito na ilang taon sa kanya. So ano bang hinihintay natin? Inom tayo. Giat ni Valerie at kumuha ng isang bote ng alak. Nilagyan ng baso ng lahat, maging kay Alondra. I wanna make a toast for my childhood friend who is now a special person in my life. I hope this new age and year bring you more joy and success. Nagsisimula ka pa lang pero kitang-kita ng mga bunga na iyong trabaho. Isang toast sa iyong kadakilaan, Gael. At lahat nag-click sa kanilang mga kupita ng alak at uminom. Thanks for that, sabi ni Gael at gumiti kay Valerie. Pero na kay Alondra na ngayon ang atensyon ni Valerie. Bakit di ka uminom? Hindi ka mahilig sa alak? Naalarma si Alondra sa tanong nito. I just don't drink. Hindi talaga siya umiinom, sabi ni Gael. So you know each other. Akala ko ba kaibigan siya ni Lawrence? Siya nga. Pero ang ibig kong sabihin, palagi siyang sinasama ni Lawrence at hindi ko pa siya nakikitang uminom. Sagot ni Gael. Lagi kang sinasama ni Lawrence sa grupo? Hindi ko alam na may espesyal siyang tao. At tinitigan ni Valerie si Lawrence na nakaupo sa kabilang side ni Alondra. Archie steered the conversation in another direction. Valerie can know that the real reason why she isn't drinking is because she is pregnant. Luckily na ilipat ni Archie ang usapan sa bagong project ni Gael. Ang lahat nagsimulang ipagdiwang si Gael nakalimutan ng tungkol sa kwento ng alak ni Alondra sa kabuuan. It was already 1 a.m. and almost everyone was drunk. Alondra was the only one sober dahil hindi siya uminom the whole night. She just went to the comfort room at pagbalik niya wala na sina Valerie, Lawrence, Archie at Selena sa labas. Malamang umalis na mga tatagpaalam kay Gael. Noong sumilip siya sa balcony, nakita niya, nag-aayos doon si Gael. Nasaan sila? Naku, kakaalis lang nila. Si Lawrence ang magdadrive sa kanilang lahat. Matino pa siya magmaneho eh. Sana. Wika nito. Did you invite Valerie? Tanong ni Alondra kay Gael. Ano? Hindi. Hindi ko nga alam na darating siya eh. Yun lang at tumalikod si Alondra. Papasok sa main living area, adjacent to the balcony. Sinundan siya ni Gael at tinila sa isang kamay. Are you mad? Tanong ni Gael sa kanya. Uy Alondra. She breathed deeply and gave up. Nang hilahin siya na lalo ng binata, palupit sa kanya. Hey babe, hindi ko siya inimbitahan, I swear. She hates me. I can feel it. No, she doesn't. Imagination mo lang yun at isa pa. She doesn't even know that you live here. She was dead drunk nang buhatin siya ni Lawrence kanina paalis. She doesn't even know you're staying here. At yun na yun. Hindi na napigilan pa ni Alondra ang kanyang mga luha. Ang hormone sa pagbubuntis, nakuha ang pinakamahusay sa kanya. Hoy, bakit ka umiiyak? Alondra? I feel like a mistress, Gael. Like a dirty whore na tinatago mo. Ano? I don't want you to feel this way, but may inis sa pag-amin, Alondra. And when Valerie shows up kanina, I just feel so inferior. I know I'm a nobody in your life compared to her. We cannot even compete dahil talong-talo ko. She owns you. She's pretty. Bago pa ni Alondra maituloy ang litanya, hinalikan na siya ni Gael. Hindi yun manayad. Yun ay isang parusa. Don't you dare say that again. You're the most beautiful woman I know. I like her younger girls. I hope you know that. Bulong nito bago hawakin ang labi nitong muli. Huminga ng malalim sa Alondra habang patuloy sila naghalikan. Nasa ibabaw nito tinahalikan siya pababa sa leeg. Pagkatapos sinila pababa ang kanyang damit. Halos mabaliw siya nang halikan nito ang katawan niya. Di na niya napansin ang maibaba ni Gael ang panties niya to reveal her wetness. She was so ready for him the moment he kissed her roughly. At sa ngayon, lahat ng gusto niya maramdaman siyang muli sa loob niya. Nakita niyang inalis itong sinturon at bubuksan ang zipper ng pantalon. Lalo siyang natuwa. I want you. Only you, Alondra. At sa pangalawang pagkakataon, simula na magsama sila, inangkin siyang muli ni Gael. Pagkatapos magkayakap sila sa isa't isa na parang wala nang bukas. Tirik na tirik ng araw na magmulat ng mga mata si Alondra. It was already past 9 in the morning, kaya bigla siyang bumangon dahil alam niyang nagpe-prepare to work si Gael ng mga 7 a.m. But he was nowhere in sight. Malamang hindi na siya ginising nito at tumiretso na lamang sa opisina. She saw a card note left on the bedside table with Gael's initials on top. Magsuot ka ng kulay asul ngayong gabi para sa birthday party ko sa bahay. May iniwan ako sa parador para sa'yo. Malakas na pagbasa niya. Kinabahan si Alondra nang biglang mabasa yon. He is inviting her to his house for his birthday party. Malamang nandoon halos lahat ng mga kamag-anak at mga kaibigan nito. But why did he invite her? Dali-dali niyang tinawagan si Selena para ibalita dito yon. Kamusta? Mahinang sagot ng kabilang linya. Selena, masayang bati ni Alondra. Excited na excited siya. Gael is inviting me to his birthday party tonight sa mansyon nila. Wow! Magkakaharap ulit kayo ni Valerie? Bulong nito. May kasama ka dyan, Selena? Wala. Selena quickly answered. Baka hangin lang sa labas yung narinig mo. Sabi niya, but Valerie will surely be there. Hindi ka ba natatakot, Alondra? Tanong ni Selena. What if she finds out about the two of you? It is not Lauren's birthday party, it is his. Magtataka siya kung bakit nandun ka pa rin. Alondra grew quiet. Her best friend is right. Napalabas lang nila kagabi na nandun sila sa party as Lauren's friend. Hindi obra ang rason na yun ngayon sa isang intimate party sa mansyon ng mga Alegre. Ayaw ni Alondra ang gumawa ng kahit anong eskandalo sa mismong selebrasyon ng kaarawan ni Gael. Tama ka. Pagbibitiw na sabi ni Alondra. Hindi ako dapat pumunta. Pag-isipan mo pa rin mabuti. Go ahead kung sa tingin mo hindi ka masasaktan. That afternoon, naratili lang sa bahay para magpahinga si Alondra. She did not even bother fixing up dahil ayaw niya nang pumunta sa birthday party ni Gael. Ayaw niyang magkagulo doon. At about 5 p.m. tumawag sa kanyang binata. Hey, are you all prepared? Masayang tanong nito. Have you seen the dress? Gael, baka kasi hindi ako makapunta pero salamat sa pag-imbita. Bakit? Di mo ba nagustuhan ng damit? She breathed deeply and tried to compose herself. I haven't seen the dress. I bet it's really nice pero kasi ayoko naman na magkagulo bigla eh. I'm pretty sure Valerie will be there. Ano magiging excuse natin this time? Natahimik ang kabilang linya. Susunduin kita dyan. Get fixed up in 30 minutes. Ano? Pero ang sabi ko... And the line went dead. Tinitigan lang ni Alondra ang telepono. The mansion was grand. Alondra has been inside before nung anniversary ng magulang ni Gael. Nagtrabaho siya sa isang catering services din doon sa sister company ng bar kung saan nakilala niya si Gael. You look beautiful. Perpektong niyayakap ng damit ang kanyang mga kurba. Ito ay walang manggas na may napakababang likod na nagpapakita ng balat niya. Gael quickly parked in the driveway in front of the huge double door at bumaba at inilalayan siya pababa. Nakasuot ng magandang midnight blue gown na may sequins at Swarovski crystal sa laylayan. Pakiramdam niya, isa siyang tunay na diwata sa pagkakataong yon. Inabot ni Gael ang susi ng kotse sa isang personal valet at inilalayan siya papasok. The main hall was well lit pero lahat ng tao ay nasa labas. Sa may pool area ko sa nakasata pa isang mahabang table. Tanging malapit na paminat mga kaibigan ng imbitado ngayong gabi. Pagpasok niya, nadata nila ang mga 50 katao, kabilang sila Lawrence at Archie naroon din. Pareho pang nagulat ang mga to na makita si Alondra, kasama si Gael. Happy birthday again, bro. Bati ng dalawa. But they obviously look a bit uneasy seeing Alondra beside him. Thanks. Where's Dad and Mom? Hindi pa sila bumababa. Probably waiting for her arrival, Archie said. My family is here as well. Valerie is here. Makahulog ang wika ni Archie. Tinignan ni Lawrence si Gael para sumagot. Take it easy, guys. This is my party. I want Alondra to be here with me. Don't worry, Alondra. Akong bahala sa'yo, sabi ni Lawrence. Pwede naman tayo magpanggap na para magkasama tayo eh. I have to go find my parents. Iiwan ko muna sa inyo si Alondra, Gael said and left. Doon ang upuan natin. Tara, anyaya ni Lawrence at giniya si Alondra sa mahabang mesa. Nawala si Gael sa loob ng 20 minuto. Halos lahat ng guest nakaupo na ngayon. Nagpalingalinga si Alondra para hanapin si Gael. Nakabukas ang lahat ng ilaw, sardin at pool na naghahatid ng higit na kakit-akit sa gabi. Ito ang buhay na nakasanay ni Gael. Unti-unti, natauhan si Alondra. Nasa paligid niya sina Archie at Lawrence na mukhang komportable pero siya'y parang wala sa lugar. Magkahiwalay talaga sila ng mundo, si Gael at siya. Without further ado, panimula ng host. Let me call on Mr. and Mrs. Gerald and Esmeralda Alegre. Nakita ni Alondra ang mga magulang ni Gael. Bagay na bagay mga ito para sa isa. Kamukhang kamukha ni Gael ang tatay niya, samantalang kanyang inay mukhang bata pa. Gael's father just quickly thanked everyone for coming. Kilala nitong halos lahat na nasa table. Family, family friends, and board members of their company. Wala na akong mahiling sa araw pa na to kung hindi magkaroon ng apo. Pagbibiro na Gerald sa harap ng lahat. Dahil dito nais kong samantalin ang pagkakataong to upang ipahayag ang isang napakahalagang gawain. Ang aking anak na lalaki na wala ng ilang sandali upang ituloy ang pag-aaral sa ibang bansa. Siya ay nakabalik na mahigit na kaalaman para sa kumpanya at nakita ko ang potential niya the short time that he's been back in the Philippines. But more than going back home for the company, bumalik din siya para ituloy ang childhood sweetheart niya. At halos lahat ng bisita nag-react sa sinabing yun. Everyone was smiling and beaming with joy except Alondra. Her heart started beating faster. Kinabahan sa sunod na mangyayari. And then she felt Lauren's hand on hers. Engaged na ang anak ko sa napakagandang si Miss Valerie Blanco. Let's both give them a hand. At biglang lumabas din sa mansyon into the pool area ang dalawa. Valerie and Gael smiling at everyone with their hands together. Everyone shouted in joy while applauding. It was like her heart was being ripped into pieces, pero masayang-masayang nanonood ang lahat. She quickly wiped away the tears on her eyes. Umasa siya. Oo, umasa may gagawin si Kyle after last night. She thought it meant something to him. She stood up at dali-daling umalis. Alondra! Tawag ni Lawrence at Archie sa likod niya, but she kept walking. Lawrence quickly caught up on her at hinila siya sa kamay. Bitawan mo ko. Alondra, alam kong nararamdaman mo. Hindi mo alam ang nararamdaman ko. Believe me, I do. But Kyle wanted here. That must mean something. Just wait for his explanation. Pagmamakaawa nito para sa kaibigan. It's his celebration. Umiling si Alondra. I've had enough. Sinabi ko na sa kanya na hindi ako pupunta pero pinilit niya ako para lang manood ng announcement na engagement niya. You're pregnant. You cannot just leave nang wala siya. I am going kaya bitawan mo na ako. Okay, fine. Ipapatid kita sa driver ko. Just stay put. Tatawagin ko lang siya ng mabilis. Nakatayo lang sa harap ng mansyon si Alondra while waiting for Lawrence driver. Tinatawagan lamang daw ni Lawrence. She stared at the iron gates at gusto lang naman sana niyang lakarin ang talunin yon pero alam niyang wala na rin siyang taxi makikita sa lugar na yon. So she patiently waited for Lawrence driver. Nasa likod lamang daw yon kaya umalis si Lawrence para hanapin yon. Saan ka pupunta? Biglang tanong ng barito ng boses sa likod niya. Lawrence told me you wanted to leave. Madilim ang itsura nito sa galit at hinanakit. Tinawag siya ni Lawrence at hindi ang driver niya. Napagtanto ni Alondra. Gusto ko nang umuwi. Gusto ko bumalik ng probinsya namin. Diretso ang sagot niya. What? Gulat na tanong ni Gael. I know I don't fit in here, Gael. I don't fit in your life. We can just strike a deal. Susustentan mo na lang ang bata and you can see him every weekend. That's it. Hindi na natin kailan pang magkita araw-araw. Dire-diretso ang sagot ni Alondra. Is this about the engagement announcement just now? Galit na tanong ni Gael. Partly. Sinabi ko naman sa'yo, di ba? I don't anyone part of this. I just need money from you, yun lang. You don't need to drag me through this and make a mess of my life. Tahimik ng buhay ko and this happened. Itinuro ni Alondra ang kanyang tiyan. I didn't want this and I don't want you to, so please. Just please leave me and live your life for good. Kung gusto mo, buwan-buwan ka na lang magpadala sa akin ng pera. Yun lang naman talagang kailangan ko sa'yo eh. Mukhang nasaktan si Gael sa sinabi niya. Alondra wanted to take it all back, to tell him the truth, that she's starting to fall in love with him pero ayaw niya. Ayaw niya ng gulo. I came here not knowing about the announcement myself, Alondra. I brought you here because I wanted to tell my parents about us. Pag-amin ni Gael. I was willing to give up anything and everything para lang makasama ka. Nalaglag ang panga ni Alondra. But it looks like money is all you want and need, he coldly stated. She clearly saw walls being built through the coldness in his eyes as he stared back at her. Wala kang pinagkaiba sa ibang mga babaeng bayaran. Thanks for giving me the best birthday I'll never forget. Yun lang, at tinilikuran siya ng binata pabalik sa party nito, habang si Alondra ay naiwan sa madilim na gabi, nag-iisa. It has been a week. No words were spoken between the two of them since that night. Alondra went back to her old apartment that night. Wala nang balak nang bumalik sa kondo ni Gael. She knew what she did was right, pushing him away. Tamang sinabi niya, she did not fit in his life, not like how Valerie would naturally fit. Isa pa nagsama lamang naman sila because of a mistake. She loves the baby in her tummy, pero alam niyang hindi siya pagbabalingan ng atensyon ni Gael, if not for the child she is carrying now. Kaya imbes gumawa pa ng gulo, she will just remove herself from his everyday life. Ayos na siyang susustentuhan na lamang ng binatang anak nito, nothing more. That's all she wanted before anyway. That day na pinuntahan niya ito, sa opisina nito. Less involvement, less complications. Ano? Tapos ka na magmukmok? Untag sa niya ni Serena na ngayon nandoon sa malit na apartment niya. May dalang laptop dahil nag-aaral ito para sa finals. Sinasamahan lang siya nito matapos malaman ng mga kaganapan sa party ni Gael a week ago. Magpa-deliver na lang tayo ng hapunan. Wala akong balak magluto. I don't feel fine. You haven't been feeling fine for a week now. Mukhang Biyernes Santo yung mukha mo eh. Pula ni Selena. Bakit kasi hindi pa kayo mag-usap? Bawiin mo lahat ng sinabi mo sa kanya. Ipapakilala ka naman pala sa mga magulang niya eh. Inunahan mo ng sigawan. Have you seen Valerie? She's so beautiful. Mga ganang babayang bagay sa kanya. Not someone like me. Mabilis na sagot ni Alondra. Ewan ko sa'yo. You're also really pretty pero hindi mo lang alam. Sa tingin mo, makakabingwit ka ng ganun kayaman kung hindi ka maganda? Gumising ka nga. Wala ka pang kaayos-ayos, maganda ka na eh. Kaya tigil naman na yung self-pity mo. Di bagay sa ganda mo, no? Sigaw nito sa kanya. Even Sarina was fed up seeing her friend depressed for a week now. No, I am good with the setup. Hindi namin kailangan magkita araw-araw just because we have a kid together. May iba nga hindi talaga nag-uusap pero may anak. Gusto mo ba talaga na ganun para sa anak ninyo? An unhealthy family? Hindi nakasagot si Alondra. Wag pride ang pairalin sis. Paalala na si Rina. Nasa isang bar sila. Isa to sa mga pag-aari ni Lawrence na bar. Nasa VIP room sa second floor si Gael, Archie at Lawrence natanaw ang dance floor sa baba. Taimtim nakatitig doon si Gael who has been quiet since they came here. Habang si Archie napapalibutan ng tatlong babae na nakilala sa baba. Bro, halika nga dito. Maglalaro tayo. Anyaya ni Archie. Gael shook his head to say no and kept on drinking his whiskey habang nakatitig lang sa dance floor. Tumayo si Lawrence at tumabi kay Gael. Nagmumo pa rin ba? Pangaasar niya. Lumingon sa kanya si Gael. Nanilisik ang mata sa galit. Bro, what do you expect? Nasaktan si Alondra. Nasaktan ako. Pareho kaming nahuli sa announcement. Narinig mo ba mula sa kanya? Tanong ni Gael. Lawrence just laughed. Bro, she's your girl. Kung may dapat kumausap sa kanya, ikaw yon, not me or Archie. Valerie and I have talked about the announcement. Kahit siya nagulat nang i-announce yun sa lahat ng bisita ng magulang mo. I think it's high time you break the real news to your parents. I've talked to Valerie's parents so you have to begin manning up for Alondra too. Tahimik ng si Gael. Your father won't hate you for it, I assure you. Hindi mo siya kilala. All I know is you should talk. Hindi pwedeng di na lang kayo magpapansinan, bro. She's pregnant with your child. Do you honestly think you can stay away from her forever? One way or another, kailangan mo mag-usap at magkaayos. Kahit para lang sa anak ninyo. Just then, out of the blue, biglang sumali sa usapan si Archie. Hindi ba dapat may sasabihin ka sa kanya? Tanong ni Gael kay Lawrence. Inibang topic at binato kay Lawrence. Sasabihin mo ba kay Archie? Tanong ni Lawrence na hindi sigurado. Tungkol sa inyo ni Valerie. Archie was calm at the beginning and then his eyes suddenly grew big from the realization. And all of a sudden, nakuwelyuhan agad ni Archie si Lawrence at nasuntok ito. Lawrence was caught off guard kaya bumagsak sa sahig. Gael tried to get in between them, shocked at Archie's reaction. Hindi to nagalit nang malaman na siya ang fiancé ni Valerie. Pero bakit parang galit na galit to kay Lawrence ngayon? Archie, ano ba? Stop it, bro! He screamed at both of them habang pinipilit pumagitna sa dalawang kaibigan. I caught my sister texting with someone, an unknown man, and apparently it's you. Ang kapal na mukha mo. Pilit namang umiwas si Lawrence sa mga suntok na pinaulan ni Archie. How dare you call me my friend kung gaganunin mo lang ang kapatid ko, ha? Patuloy ang sigaw ni Archie sa pagmumukha ni Lawrence. Archie, I love her, Lawrence declared habang umiiwas sa mga suntok ng kaibigan. Natigilan si Archie sa sinabi nito. You love Valerie? He nodded. I was hurt as Alondra nung biglang inanunsyo ang engagement nila ni Gael. I wanted to die, bro. I love her. I cannot just simply give it up. Ipaglalaban ko siya. I'll talk to your parents. I will, I promise. Tinulungan ni Gael si Lawrence na makatayo, pero hindi siya nakakatayo sa dalawa. I knew about them before but it was just a hunch, Archie. I never knew he was that serious with Valerie. Bro, I'm willing to marry her. Just help me deal with your parents. Gael is willing to help me. Tell me you'll do the same. Pagbamakawan ni Lawrence sa kaibigan. Archie was still silent then he immediately rushed to Lawrence for a hug. You man whore? Akala ko ibang lalaki makukuha sa kapatid ko. But it's you. Of course, I'll help you. Halos matawa si Gael sa biglang pagbabago ng reaksyon ni Archie sa mga pangyayari. So he has decided. He will help Lawrence get Valerie for good. He has to tell his parents the truth about him. Alondra, Valerie, and Lawrence. Kailangan niyang bawiin si Alondra. Kasalukuyang nasa mall si Alondra picking out her clothes for the baby. More than 3 months na ang dinadala niya and her baby bump is starting to show. Kaya naisipan niya na kailangan na talagang maghanda para sa baby paparating. She was already in the baby section for toiletries. Kumuha siya ng mga baby products na magagamit niya for the baby. Some baby shampoo, liquid bath soap, baby bar soap, diapers, and baby lotion. Ma'am, maganda po itong baby lotion na to para kay baby. Touch is important for you to create bond with baby kaya perfect pang lotion na to for that. Wika ng sales lady nasa tabi ni Alondra ngayon. Salamat. Sige, I will get this then. At tilagay na ni Alondra ang baby lotion sa pushcart niya. She was scanning through different baby towels nang biglang tumunog ang phone niya. She quickly fished for it in her small purse na mabasa niya kung sinong tumatawag. Gael calling. It had been a week and a half since they last saw each other from his birthday party. She did not expect him calling or talking to her ever again. Bakit kaya tumatawag to? Was it to strike an arrangement for their baby? She nervously pressed the answer button. Hello? Hello, where are you? The other line asked. Just hearing his voice after not seeing him for so long brought her so much joy. She misses him. Itinatanggi ni Alondra lamang iyon sa sarili the past few days, but now, there is no doubt. Nasanay siyang kasama ito during the time she lived with him in his condo at nang samahan siya dito sa Pampanga. He was always been around and she got used to him and fell in love with him. But she cannot tell him that. I'm shopping for the baby. Tipid na sagot niya, trying to hide her feelings. Which mall? He inquired again. Bakit? Why do you need to know? Susunduin kita and then we have to talk. Seryosong wika ni Gael. Talk about what? She asked him back. About the baby. About us. He answered directly. Well, he has a point. Kung maghihiwalay na sila ng tuluyan, they should at least strike a deal on how to take care of their child. Siya nang bahalang magpaliwanag sa mga magulang niya sa probinsya kung bakit sila nagkahiwalay. She can just make up a random excuse. Are you still there? Untag ni Gael sa kabilang linya. His voice was softer now. Yes, sundayin mo ako dito sa 30th. I'll be done shipping in a bit. She said and ended the call. And now na alam ni Alondra magkikita sila ng binata, di na siya bigla mabakali. Why does he have that tremendous effect on her? Sinundo siya ni Gael saying that they should talk. Pero nagulat si Alondra nang biglang pumasok to sa condo building at magpark sa basement niyon. Why are we here in your condo? Di ba tayo pwede mag-usap somewhere else? She inquired. Kanina pa siya tahimik pagkasakay sa kotse nito at ngayon lang siya nagsalita muli. Why? Are you hungry? Tumingin to sa orasan nito. Wala pa namang dinner. 5:00 pa lamang ng hapon. Hindi naman. I just thought mag-uusap tayo sa labas. Are you scared of me? He asked, looking deep into her eyes. Alondra didn't know why she was more mesmerized than ever with Gael's eyes. She has woken up to those eyes every day the past few weeks. Kaya nagugulat siya kung bakit ganun lang ang epekto nito sa kanya matapos sila magkitang muli. No, she lied, but in reality she was scared. Scared that she might just give in to him kapag napag-isa nilang dalawa sa kondo. She just is weak when around him. Tumaas na sila sa private elevator papunta sa penthouse, and upon arrival into the main living area, halos maluha siya dahil na-miss rin ang lugar na yon. It was a comfortable place, the most comfortable house she's ever lived in. Sit down. I'll get us some juice or coffee. What do you want? Tanong ni Gael sa kanya. She just stared at him. He was just wearing a white polo and gray slacks dahil galing tong opisina, but he looked so dashing and regal. Coffee would do. She heard the elevator close behind them at pagkatapos, may pinindot si Gael. Napatingin si Alondra sa elevator na hindi mo naglakagay ng tunog ng kotse na nagsasarado. There is no going back now, Alondra. You will stay here with me forever. Gael declared at pagkatapos nililikuran na siya papasok sa bar and kitchen area. Noong una hindi ni Alondra naunawaan ang sinasabi nito, but when she looked back at the elevator, at the signage sa itaas nito, it says locked. Did he mean he locked her here for good? She froze at the thought pero pagkatapos, sinundan si Gael sa kitchen. The nerve of that man. Did you just make her a prisoner here? Naratan niya si Gael na kumukuha ng juice boxes sa ref nito. I don't know what you like so I bought different fruit juices. What do you mean I'll stay here forever? Ines na tanong niya rito. Are you threatening to lock me up here? He just stared at her. Didn't you just save me the lock elevator so you can't leave me? He looked so cool and casual, like everything was normal. Why are you locking me up here? Because you have a tendency to leave. Diretsang sagot ng binata at binitawan tatlong hawak na juice boxes sa kitchen counter. We need to talk seriously, and I need you to be completely here. I don't want my child going around the city nang hindi ko alam. If you will leave this place, you will be with me. Tinatakot mo ba ako? Umiling ito. I am not. All I want is for you to stay here for good. For good? Yup. We can talk about some arrangements. May bahay din ako sa Tagaytay at sa Bel Air, Makati. I stay there sometimes. You can check out those at tingnan mo kung saan ka pinaka magiging komportable. You are due in 5 months. You need fresh air and... Teka nga. Pigil ni Alondra sa mga pinaplano ni Gael. Pumayag na ba ako makasama ka ulit? When I said talk, we need to talk about us and our situation. But us staying together is non-negotiable. He declared. Napanganga siya sa sinabing to ng binata. Hindi ka ba natatakot na mabuking tayo ng fiancé mo at ng pamilya mo? She asked. Isn't that the main reason why they can't be together? Nakalimutan na ba nito? I will talk to them. I will break off the engagement. Nababaliw ka na ba? What will your dad say? Akala ko ba natatakot kang i-disappoint sila? He walked towards her and grabbed both her shoulders. But I don't want to disappoint you. I'm going to talk to Valerie and to my family para iurong engagement. They would understand once they know that you are pregnant. Umiling si Alondra. No, she cannot destroy his future and accept the loveless agreement. Marahil ay naawa lang ito sa maging kalagayan ng anak nila kung mananatili siya sa probinsya o sa maliit na apartment na inuupahan niya. No, Gael, we cannot do this. Hindi mo pwedeng itapon ang lahat ng mga plano ng mga magulang mo para lang sa isang pagkakamali natin. You are not a mistake. This isn't a mistake. Alondra, if ever this is the best decision that I'll make in my life. If you only knew me then. I had no direction in life. I was a living mess. I was pressured by the high expectations of my family, kaya hindi ko alam anong dapat gawin. I thought it would be better to finally just follow what my dad wants. But then you came, and for the first time in forever, I had a plan. A plan that I crafted myself because I was sure of it, not because my dad dictated it to me. He strongly confessed. His eyes bored into hers, making her understand every bit of what he was saying. What you said that night, I don't care. If pera ko lang ang habol mo, I'm willing to give it to you. To give everything for you just in one condition. That you never leave again, Alondra. It was the worst day of my life na makita kitang paalis nun. I don't want us apart ever again. It was the most grueling 1 week of my life, and I don't want to go through it again. I want you here with me every day. But why? Her heart was not beating fast after his declarations. She was happy beyond words. He may not have said he loved her pero sapat na para sa kanya na malamang gusto niya ito manatili sa tabi niya. I don't understand even my own feelings. All I know is I want you here. Kaya kung kailangan ikantado kita dito'y gagawin ko. I don't want you to leave ever again. Please, Alondra, stay with me. Wika ni Gael. Tears started streaming down her cheeks. She never expected this from him. Ang akala ni Alondra pag-uusapan lamang nila kung paano nila bubuhay ng anak nila kahit magkahiwalay sila, but he was offering her a life with him. What if your parents disagree? What if hindi nila matanggap ang baby natin? To the hell with them. We can leave this place and go somewhere else. To the US maybe? I don't know. All I know is I will tell them as soon as I can. Okay? And Valerie, she's just a childhood friend. Wala kaming naging kahit anong relasyon. She doesn't even love me because she's in love with Lawrence. Kaya wala kang dapat ikaselot sa kanya. That brand new information gave her peace of mind. Parang may nabunot at tinik sa puso ni Alondra. Seeing Valerie beside Gael during his birthday party was like a knife to her heart. But knowing na walang mamamagitan dito at sa binatang nasa harapan niya ngayon brought her peace. So, what do you say? Will you stay with me, Alondra? Sincere na tanong ni Gael. Ngayon, hinila siya nito palapit gamit ang isang braso sa kanyang bewang. Dinin niya mga palad niya sa dibdib nito para lang magkaroon ng distansya sa pagitan nila. Ngunit nakipagaw pa nito ang init sa loob niya. Oo, sagot niya. Of course, I will stay with you, Gael. I want to. Gael gave her the broadest smile at pagkatapos, mabilis siyang hinalikan nito. It was a gentle kiss that sealed their agreement. You would not regret it, Alondra. You won't. He was about to kiss her again nang biglang tumunog ang smartphone ni Gael. Nagbura siya pero sinagot pa rin niyang telepono. Lawrence? Oo. Matyagang naghihintay si Alondra habang nakikinig si Gael sa kabilang linya. In the news? What? Paano? Mabilis kumala si Gael sa pagkakayakap sa kanya to run to the den kung saan may malaking TV. He opened it and the news was night before their very eyes. Mabilis nakasunod si Alondra sa binata, but blood drained from her face na makita ko na naman ang balita ng mga oras na yon. Alondra was left alone in his huge penthouse. It has been 6 hours since Gael left at madilim sa labas, pero di pa rin bumabalik to. Kasalukuyan siya nasa den habang ng sasakan na maaaring mapanood sa TV just to distract herself but she couldn't. Ang mukha nito pagtapos manood ng balita ay mananatili sa kanyang alaala. Parang anytime na iiwan na siya nito. He was emotionless when he left, ordering her to stay put at wag aalis hanggat wala siya. So that's what she's doing now. Wala siyang ganang kumain kaya hindi siya nagalongkat sa ref. Nagulat din siya sa balita. Hindi alam kung paano yun nalaman ng press. Basta na lang tumawag si Lawrence kanina para ipaalam kay Gael ang laman ng balita. Pagkabukas ni Gael ng TV, naka-plaster doon ang mukha ni Alondra. Ito'y ninako ng mga larawan ng kanyang pagpasok sa kanyang condo building. Nakasakay sa kanyang kotse, kumakain kasama niya sa isang restaurant. But worst of all, na-expose din doon ang ultrasound photos ng anak niya. The headline read, Billionaire and engaged Gael Alegre, out with his pregnant mistress shit. Narinig niyang nagmura si Gael. Gael, paano? She tried to speak. Hindi ko rin alam. That journalist. All of a sudden, nagring na naman ang phone ni Gael. Pero sa pagkakataong to, ama na niyang tumatawag. Fuck! He cursed again, staring at his phone screen, at pagkatapos dinecline ang tawag. Nakatingin sa kanya si Gael na walang emosyon at pagod. I'm sorry, Alondra, but I have to go. Mabilis kinuha ang coat at pumasok sa private elevator. Ang kanyang mukha'y tila magbumulto sa kanyang mga pangarap. Nadawit na rin daw ng mga blankos dahil kaka-announce na ng mga ito the previous week na engagement nila. Even Valerie was dragged into the news, and now there were non-stop calls in her phone from Selena and from her parents, pero wala siyang sinasagot ni isa. She was scared dahil ngayon alam niyang nanganganib na magbagong isip ni Gael about her. She saw fear in his eyes a while ago, the realization na maaari siyang itakwil ng pamilya niya at ng papa niya. This is a major scandal for the Alegre clan, lalo't nadawit na rin pati ang mga blanco. She did not know what to do. Akala niya maayos ng lahat between them, but she was so wrong. The intercom buzzed at around 1 p.m. Alondra quickly answered it, thinking it was a Miguel. But no, it was Archie on the other line. Papataas ito ngayon at humihingi ang lobby ng permisa ipagamit itong penthouse elevator. She agreed and waited in the main sala for him. Is he here to kick her out dahil hindi siya nito kayang makita o harapin ni Gael? Bumukas ang elevator pagkatapos ng 2 tahimik na minuto. Alondra! Sigaw ni Selena and rushed to her. Nakayakapin siya, and in the arms of her best friend, she cried. It was the first time today that she cried out of fear, frustration, and confusion. Hindi pa rin tumatawag si Gael at hindi ni Alondra alam ang dapat maramdaman. We brought dinner. Selena was worried na baka hindi ka pa kumakain, and I tried calling Gael pero hindi siya sumasagot. Archie said. Selena wiped away her tears. Alondra, we are here. Huwag kang mag-alala. I'm sure maaayos to ni Gael. Umiling si Alondra. I think he hates me now. I have ruined his name and his life. She continued saying in between sobs. No, Alondra, it can't be. That bastard loves you. Sabi ni Selena. Hindi mo kasalanan, Alondra. Sila ngayon naghahanap kung sino may kagagawa ng paglabas ng balitang yon. How's your family taking it? Si Valerie? She asked. Nadawit ang pangalan nito sa issue, and it is a social shame na may ibang nabuntis ang sarili mong fiancé. Okay lang si Valerie. Nag-aalala siya kay Gael. Napag-usapan nilang tungkol sa breaking of the engagement days ago. Kakausapin daw ang parents namin bukas. Pero naunahan ng balitang yon. Galit na galit ang mga magulang ko, syempre, pero ano magagawa natin? Hindi nila tinutuloy ang kasal at pareho silang may mahal na iba. Archie stated. But Gael, paano kung dito matanggap ng pamilya niya? She asked, still in tears. You have nothing to worry about, Alondra. It is Gael. He is strong. Whatever happens, itakulma siya ng mga magulang niya. He is strong enough to survive. May sarili kaming businesses kaya mabubuhay pa rin siya kahit tanggalan siya ng mana ng ama niya. Umiling si Alondra. Pero kapopuotan niya ako for sure, Alondra. Huwag mo nang i-stress ang sarili mo, ha? You're pregnant. Paalala ni Selena. Gael will surely hate you kapag may masamang nangyari sa anak ninyo. Alondra tried to listen to her best friend, but her heart was still tearing into pieces. She was now a national shame. A billionaire's pregnant mistress, pero wala siyang pakialam. Ang gusto lang niya ay malaman na hindi siya iiwan ni Gael, not in this lifetime. Isang gabi, naging 4 na araw. 4 na araw na walang komunikasyon. Parang pinunasan lang siya ni Gael sa buhay niya for good. Hindi ito umuwi sa penthouse niya. 4 na araw naghintay si Alondra pero walang bakas sa kanya. Patuloy ang daldal ng balita tungkol sa pinakamalaking iskandalo sa bansa mula sa 2 sa pinakamakapangyarihang pamilya nito. From day 1, patuloy pa rin ang press sa paghabol sa iba't ibang miyembro ng pamilya na mga Alegre at Blanco. Alondra saw in the news kung paano kuyugin ng mga reporter si Valerie na makita ito sa isang restaurant, gayon din ang mama ni Gael. Day 3 of the news was the worst. Pumatok ang balitang cancel na engagement ni Gael at Valerie. The press was blaming her for it. They called her the evil pregnant witch who ruined this fairy tale love story. She stopped watching the news then. Pinatay din ni Alondra ang telepono para hindi makita mga memes na lumalabas sa social media about her. Siya ay isang katatawanan para sa buong bansa, but she did not care. As long as umuwi sa kanya si Gael, she can endure it all. But day 3 did not produce Gael. On the doorstep, ni anino niya hindi niya nakita. So here she was, down to day 4 at nawalan na ng pag-asa. Maaari man lang siya magpadala ng salita sa kanya, makausap, tumawag sa kanya, pero wala. So she fixed herself that day, put on as much cover as she can para hindi siya makilala paglabas ng building. She is planning to go back to the province for good, para magpalipas ng pagbubuntis niya. Kung di babalik si Gael para sa kanya, kailangan niya maging matatag para sa kanya at sa kanilang baby. Alondra has been in their province for a day now. Dumating siya doon hapon at ngayon, kailangang magahan ng muli. Nakapagpaliwanag na si Alondra sa mga magulang niya ng totoong sitwasyon nila ni Gael at bakit gano'n ang mga lumabas sa social media at TV. Naiintindihan naman ng kanyang ina. Alam niya kung paano ito umibig. Pero ang tatang niya ay galit na galit at babarilin daw si Gael kapag nakita niya itong muli. Wala daw tong karapatang gawin siyang kabit. That night was stressful, so this morning, naratili lamang siya sa kwarto niya. The province was quieter, more peaceful. Siguro dito na lang siya muna para makaiwas sa eskandalong naiwan niya sa Maynila. Fresh air will also suit her and her baby. Bumangon siya at sumilip sa bintana ng kwarto niya. Napapaligirin ang bahay nila mga nagtatayugang mga puno. Something you can never find in the city. But what shocked her the most was a Jeep Wrangler now parked in front of their house. Mukhang kadarating lang na sasakyan yun dahil pababa pa lamang ang driver noon. At ang parapit na ito sa bahay na mukhaan niya ang makisig na binata. Gael? Bulong niya bilang pagkilala. Kitang-kita niyang paglalakad dito papunta sa harapan ng bahay nila. But what alarmed her was that her tatang was sitting in their front terrace at nagkakape. Baka kung anong gawin ito kay Gael kaya dali-dali siya nagtatakbo palabas ng kwarto at bahay nila. True enough, pagdating niya doon, huli na ang lahat. May hawak na shooting gun ng tatay niya. Nakatutok na ngayon sa binatang nasa harap nila. Tang! Sigaw ni Alondra at diniluhan ng ama. Wag na wag kang lalapit dito sa pamamahay ko at lalong-lalo na sa anak ko. Pagbabanta ng tatang niya. He still could not stand properly pero he sure knows how to fire a gun. Gamit itong baril na iyon para manghuli ng mga ibon at ibang mabangis na mga hayop. Sir, I'm here para makausap ang anak ninyo. Panimula ni Gael. Now both hands in front of him in act of surrender. Wala po ako masamang... But her tatang cut him off. Ang lakas ng loob mo magpakita dito. Matapos sa mga kasinungaling sinabi mo sa harapan ko pa mismo. Just then, lumabas din ng bahay ang mama ni Alondra marahil sa ingay ng sigaw ng tatang niya. Diyos ko, Nilo! Wika ng mama niya at pinilig ang asawa sa pagtutok nito ng baril sa bisita. Huwag niyo akong pigilan, Ella. Nararapat lang barilin ang walang hiyang lalaking yan. Her tatang continued. Sir, I'm here to ask for your daughter's forgiveness. I've tried my best to clear everything from the press. Hindi na nila tayo guguluhin. They will stop slandering Alondra's name. At itatama ko pong lahat ng maling ginawa namin. Gael declared, and this time, he looked right at her. Alondra was starting to melt under his gaze again, pero nilabanan niya yon. He did not call her the last 5 days at pagkatapos magpapakita to bigla. Alondra, listen to me. Tawag mo rin ni Gael sa kanya. I thought you were still in my penthouse. I'm sorry if I haven't called. Naging busy ako sa pagkipag-usap sa press at sa pamilya ko, pati na rin sa pamilya ni na Valerie. I made it right. Sinabi ko sa nilang lahat ng tungkol sa atin, Alondra. Please, come home to me again. Nagulat si Alondra sa mga sinasabi nito ngayon. Didn't he just leave her days ago without a word? Hey, Alondra! Pagmamakaawa ni Gael at tumakbang papalapit, pero biglang ikinasa ng tatang niya ang baril nito. Sige, lumapit ka pa talagang tatamaan ka, Alondra. Alondra, believe me, I was just too busy fixing this mess for us kaya hindi ako nakabalik kaagad. I flew all the way to the province of the Blancos para opisyal na humingi ng paumanhin dahil hindi ko kayang pakasalan si Valerie. I only have eyes for you, Alondra. Maniwala ka. I rushed home kahapon pagkatapos kong ayusin ang lahat, but only to find you gone. Pagkukwento ni Gael. I was so worried. Guards ko. Natuntun ka nila at nalaman nilang sumakay ka ng bus papunta dito. I was worried as hell. Di kita matawagan dahil nakapatay ang telepono mo. Maniwala ka, Alondra. Anong sinabi ng pamilya mo? Itinakwil ka ba nila because of me? It was a painful question for her dahil hindi ni Alondra mapapatawad ang sarili kung maging dahilan siya ng pagkasira ng pamilya nito. Alondra, pamilya ko na kayo. Pakakasalan kita, just as I promised to you and your family. Kung itinakwil man ako ng mga magulang ko, that doesn't change the fact that I love you and I'm willing to make it right with you, so please, come home, Alondra. Maniwala kang hindi kita iiwan. Gael declared and practically begged. Mabilis sa tunog ng kanyang mga salita ang takot sa kanyang puso. Siya lang ang lalaking gusto niya ngayon, wala nang iba. At eto siya, nagpapahayag ng kanyang pagmamahal sa harap niya at kanyang buong pamilya. Kung kaya hinarap ni Alondra ang ama at sinanggahan ng baril na nakatutok dito. Tatang, ibaba niya na po ang baril. And after saying that, tinakbo niya ang pagitan nila at niyakap ang binata. She was crying while doing so, unable to stop her tears and overflowing emotions. Akala niya talaga kahapon tapos ng lahat sa pagitan nilang dalawa. Akala ko wala ka na. I thought you gave up on us, she said in between sobs. Alondra, wala akong pakialam kung palayasin ako ng mga magulang ko. Basta ikaw at ang atin, baby. Pero pinalayas ka ba nila? Tanong ni Alondra. Umiling si Gael. No. In fact, excited silang makilala ka at ang baby natin. Sa totoo lang, wala na akong pakialam kung palayasin pa nila ako. No, sumugod ako pabalik sa mansyon ng gabing yun, ang gusto ko lang ibalita sa kanila na hindi ako magpapakasal kay Valerie dahil nasa akin ka na sa buhay ko. Handa na akong palayasin. Sigawan ng papa ko pero tahimik lang siya. Approve siya nang tinanong niya kung mahal kita and I told him yes. So stop crying. We have to get back. Bumalik ka para makilala mo sila at magplano para sa kasal natin. Natigilan si Alondra sa sinabi nito. Nangako ko sa tatang na papakasalan kita, right? Sabi ni Gael. Lumuhod si Gael sa kanyang harapan. Sa harap ng kanyang tatang na may dalang baril at ang kanyang inang pilit pinipigilan ng kanyang asawa sa pagbaril sa isang inosenteng lalaki. Will you marry me and be my wife, Alondra? Dahil ikaw lang ang babaeng gusto ko makasama habang buhay. To hell with everyone else pero ikaw ang pipiliin ko. You are not my mistress and you will never be. Please, marry me. Nalaglag ang paa ni Alondra sa hindi inaasang proposal na to. Ang umagang to isang napakaraming iba't ibang damdamin mula sa pagkagulat, takot, namumuo ang luha sa kanyang palingin. Luha sa tuwa dahil sa biglaang proposal. Gael, say yes. Pagmamakaawa ni Gael. Oo, mabilis niyang sagot. He stood up and quickly slid the ring on her ring finger. You're mine now, Alondra. Tatang, she said yes. Sigaw ni Gael sa ama niya pagkatapos. She just laughed at how he called her own father, Tatang. Her tatang must have been so pissed off. Nakatingin to sa nilang dalawa ngayon na parang inis na hindi dito nabaril si Gael. Masayang masaya ako para sa inyo mga anak. Masayang wika ng mama niya at halos maiyak sa tuwa. Salamat po. Halina kaya't kailangan natin mag-usap at magplano. Kakaluto ko lang ng agahan kaya tamang-tama. Anyaya nito sa kanila at pumasok silang lahat sa loob ng bahay. Hinawakan ni Gael ang kamay niya. It's just one dinner. Alondra kept on reminding herself. Tonight is going to be their intimate engagement party. At gaganapin to sa penthouse ngayon ni Gael. Only people invited were Gael's parents and her parents na mahuhuli daw dahil hindi agad nakanap na may susuot ang mga magulang niya. They were nervous to meet the infamous Alegre family. That's why she felt so alone. Natatakot si Alondra na harapin ang mga magulang ni Gael mag-isa. She was staring at herself in the mirror in this little walk-in closet of hers nang pumasok bigla si Gael doon. Are you done? Untag ni Gael sa kanya at nilapitan siya, staring back at her reflection in the mirror as well. You look stunning. Nakasuot lang si Alondra ng asul na baby doll na damit. Kinulot lang niya ang dulo ng kanyang mahaba at maitim na buhok na mga mini wave para lumikha ng konting volume. Salamat. You should see yourself in my eyes. Mungkahi niya. I just wanna eat you up tonight. Pilyong bulong nito sa kanya. Gael? Anyway, nasa baba ang parents ko. Ganun din ang mga kaibigan ko. Let's go. Huminga siya na malalim. Tinignan ang sarili sa huling pagkakataon. Don't worry, Alondra. You are not alone. I'll be with you. Paniniguro ni Gael sa kanya. Salamat, Gael. Shall we? Anyaya nito at hinila na siya palabas ng kwarto. The night was splendid. Alondra realized wala siyang dapat ikatakot sa makikita mga magulang nito. Gael's parents were very warm and humble kahit na tinitingala sila ng maraming tao. Pagpasensya mo na si Gael, iha. Kung minsan matigas ang ulo niyan, mahirap kasi ang pasunurin. Basta may gusto, gagawin. Gael's mother, Esmeralda, stated. Kaya kailangan mo mag-ipon ng maraming pasensya para sa hinaharap. Tatawa-tawang pangaral nito. Mom, why do I feel like tinatakot mo na kagad si Alondra? Gael asked, laughing as well. I'm not. I'm just warning her. Ang hirap magmahal ng lalaking alegre. Biro pa ni Esmeralda. Gerald, pagkatapos chime sa talakayan. How hard can it be? Sobrang gwapo namin. I second that. Just then, lumabas na sa elevator ang mga magulang ni Alondra. Tang, Mama! Bati ni Alondra. Giniya sila sa upuan ni Gael sa dining table. Nasa tapat sila ni Esmeralda at Gerald na nakangiti sa kanila at nakikipagkamay. Nice meeting you both. Panimula ni Gerald. Ito'y isang kasiyahan sa wakas na makita ang anak na lalaki na responsable para sa kanyang buhay at ang lahat ng ito'y dahil sa inyong anak na babae. Pa, wag mo naman akong sirain sa kanila. Sirang-sira na nga ako kay Tatang eh, Gael said. Natawa na lang si Alondra nang tawagin naman ni Gael na Tatang ang ama niya. Hindi ka pa nakakasal sa anak ko. Pwede ko pang bawiin ang basbas ko. Pagbubanta ng ama niya kay Gael. Alam mo bang, tinutukan ako ng baril ni Tatang nung tinangka kong bawiin si Alondra? Natatawang kwento ni Gael. I was almost gonna run back to my car. Aaminin ko. Subukan mo kung lukoy ng anak ko. Bibili talaga ako ng machine gun. Pananakot pang mali ni Tatang ni Alondra. Tang, mabait si Gael. Depensa naman ni Alondra. Kung pinapahirapan ka ng batang yan, Just tell me, Iha. Ako mismo ang tututok ng machine gun sa kanya. Biro ni Esmeralda. Napakaganda niyo pala po sa personal, madam. Puno ng mama ni Alondra kay Esmeralda. Ay, Ella, wag mo na akong tawaging madam. Balain na lang. Or Esmeralda. Total magiging magkapamilya na rin naman tayo. Sige, masayang sagot ni Ella. Parang napakabata mo pang maging lola. Sinangga ako ng lalaking to habang ako'y halos wala pa ako sa aking kuna. Kwento ni Esmeralda. I was 16 when we fell in love. 16? Wow, matagal na pala kayo. Ella said. Yes, so much years of loving and strong-willed man taught me one thing. No matter how strong-willed or fearless they are, takot pa rin sila sa asawa nila, declared Esmeralda at sabay sila nagtawanan ni Ella. Alondra cannot help but to join in their laughter. Ito talaga ang gusto niya makita nagkakasundo ang kanyang pamilya sa pamilya ni Gael. Para mapasaya si Gael, hinawakan ni Gael ang kamay niya mula sa ilalim ng mesa at gumitito sa kanya. Isa itong hindi mabibiling ngiti. Isang ngiti ng tunay na kagalakan. He mouthed the words, I love you to her, habang busy sa pagkukwentuhan ng mga magulang nila. At tumugon siya sa pamamagitan ng pagbigas ng I love you too sa kanya. Maaaring ito na ang simula ng kanilang forever. Ngunit di na siya makapaghintay na higit pang pakikipagsapalaran kasamang isa't isa. Makalipas ang 2 buwan, kinasal na si Gael at Alondra. At lalo naging maligaya ang pagkasama nila bilang mag-asawa. Nang isilang ni Alondra ang kanilang munting anghel na lalo pa nagpatibay sa kanilang pagmamahalan. At dito na po nagtatapos ang huling kabanata ng ating kwento. At sana muli niyo akong samahan sa mga susunod pang kwentong pag-ibig. Maraming salamat po. Ingat po tayong lahat.